So, if you guys are unfamiliar, a new meta is coming to Arena on the 3rd, on Monday. So what I want to do is go through the expansions that are coming back. We'll focus more on the ones that are farther gone, right? And I'm not going to give a number for each one, but we will talk about them and how strong they were, at least how we remember them. And also at the end, after reviewing all of them, we can kind of give an idea of what classes we think will be strong, etc. Okay? All right, let's do it. Can someone put the command in chat for me? What is it? Exclamation point current or upcoming sets? I mean, Rise of Shadows obviously is going to be in there, but we're not going to review these because we've been playing with them. So Rise of Shadows is the first one in it. Boomsday. Okay, Boomsday, we can go through Boomsday fairly quickly because it was a recent one, right? Okay. Alright. So again, we're not going to focus on the ones that suck and you're like never going to draft, okay? Like Biology Project. No, it's terrible. We don't need to worry about it. Legendary, it's also not really all that relevant. Dendrologist is a fine 2-drop. Like, you almost never get the synergy for it, but it's just a 2-mana 2/3, which is fine. So, yeah. I don't think, unless for some reason we're gonna be getting a lot more Treants for some reason, I doubt it. So, it's probably just a 2-mana 2/3, which is fine. Landscaping. So, from what I remember about Landscaping is it was a little bit over bucketed. Like, it's a good card, maybe a little bit above average. And in a token deck, it can be nutty. But from the last time, and you guys remember this, I think Landscaping was over bucketed a little bit. And so, unless they change that, it probably will be, not picked all that often. Yeah, Legendary. I mean, it can be good, but you're not going to be seeing it that much. And that's garbage. Tiding Tauren. This card is pretty decent, like flexible. I remember, again, trying to think about the buckets for it, but it's a buff card, but even if you don't have a board, playing a 3/4 plus 2/2/2 Treants isn't the end of the world, so it's a pretty good card. Very pickable. This one, yeah. Okay, Green Petal Forest, It's not really a arena card, right? Don't spend too much time on it. So this is an important one, chat. This is an important one because it's getting buffed. And I don't know if you guys had success with this card, but I had some success with it even at 8 mana because it wasn't a very good bucket. And if you were desperate for something, kind of a win condition that was hard to pull off, I would draft it. And it's going to 7 mana. So I think for 7 mana, it will be pretty good. What do you guys think? You guys, like, how good? Like, what bucket should Gloop Sprayer be in at 7 mana? Like, second bucket, maybe? Somewhere in that range?
Nice.
Hey, thanks so much, Imsarev. Appreciate the support. Welcome back. Thank you. Third? I guess the second one is still pretty high, huh? Yeah, maybe third. Second, third. Mulch Muncher. Whoops, let's do this one. Oh, I've got a golden one. 10 mana, 8/8. Costs one less for each friendly Treant that died this game. I don't remember, like, really ever drafting it, but yeah, it's a really, really bad version of, like, Charge Devilsaur Fist or whatever, right? So, yeah, not very good. So this is Monster Cat music, so it should be fine. We can also turn the music off. If you guys want no music during it, we can do that. It's kind of up to you guys. I kind of like having it in the background, but I think it's it's fine either way. Secret Plan. Secret Plan is fine. You guys want no music? Okay, let's try it with no music. It's so quiet, I can hear myself. All right, secret plan. Discover a secret. It's like okay. Like, it's like average. Maybe a little bit below average. I never liked this card very much. Bomb Toss. It's another, like... Ooh, this card might get a little bit of a bump now because there are more mechs. So we'll have, like, we'll just have a higher chance... Well, it's only with magnetic cards, though, right? Like, the Boomsday cards don't really... Or, sorry, the GVG cards don't have magnetic on it. So it shouldn't... Yeah, it shouldn't really change the value of this one. Like, I'm trying to think of mech synergy for Hunter that's coming back for GVG. We'll see when we get there, but I don't think there's a... Yeah, I don't think it's going to get a big bump. It's a fine card. Like, good. Pretty situational. Fireworks attack, again. Pretty situational. Like, it was in a bad bucket. Sometimes you would pick it. I almost never saw this card. So I don't think it's terrible, but... Yeah, it at least in the past, it wasn't picked all that much. This card is really, really good. From what I remember last time with the buckets, it was bucketed quite highly, though. So if you wanted to take Venomizer, you'd have to pass some, like, super premium cards. And sometimes it was right. But, ooh, but we're going to get, like, Mechwarper back, and... So if anything, Venomizer is going to get better, right? Yeah, with it's going to get better. Because there's going to be more mechs for it to magnetize on. So I would think, if anything, this card gets a little bit better. Yeah. And my guess is they won't change a bucket, but we'll see. We'll see. Spider Bomb. Very good card. At least in the past, it was bucketed highly. I took it sometimes. Generally, when I play Hunter, I like to be more aggressive, so I wouldn't say Spider Bomb was like a highly targeted pick, but... It's very good, and you know, if it's not in a super high bucket, then you know, definitely take it. Another one of the change cards. So Necromechanic is going to be 4 mana now, which is nutty. A 4 mana 3/6, so water elemental stats, and then Death Rattles trigger twice, which in Hunter there are a decent amount. So yeah, I don't, again, it depends on the buckets for it, but it should be a super high bucket. Because, like, if they put it in, like, bucket 3 or something, you take it every single time. Yeah, definitely going to be a premium card now. Flark. I don't want to talk too much about legendaries. It's not very good. Oh, I have a golden version. Wow. This is getting buffed, correct? I think this was another card they're buffing. It's going to be 7 mana. But it's still bad. Like... They attack enemy minions and die. You have no control over it. So it's a buff where I don't think it really matters that much, right? Yeah. Okay. Moving on to Mage. Mage from Boomsday. Shooting Star, really, really good. And from what I remember previously, it was slightly under-bucketed because I remember taking it almost every time. So if that's the case... oops, I should have zoomed in. If that's a case, then... yeah, you'll be seeing a lot of this card. Cheap. Just good. Astral Rift is decent refill. Like, it's... if you just need more value, it's fine. Emissary. It, like, pretty much didn't do much of anything. Like, I remember being like kind of hyped with this card, like, oh, it could be pretty good with combos, and then it just kind of did nothing. So, unplayable. Obviously very good, but it's a legendary, so you won't see it much. Anomaly was pretty fairly bucketed, I would say, and I took it quite a bit. So, yeah, obviously it's very good with the Shooting Star that we just looked at. I don't remember which specific bucket it was in, but yeah, it was pretty decent sometimes. I'm trying to think of other spells we're going to get. Did any spells come out recently, or that are going to be in that set that are going to be really good with this? Like, what cheap spells do we get back? I guess we get Flame Cannon back, but this is much better with AoE. Is there any good AoE spells we get back? Arcane Explosion will still be around. Obviously, the card we just looked at, but what did GVG have? The 1-mana freeze twin spell. Yeah, I could see it. Yeah, it gets a little bit of a bump with that. Sure, and it's obviously good with like Frostbolt or whatever. But can't remember. We can come back to it if we think of like cards that are gonna be really good with that. This is another card that got buffed. So, what do you guys think about this? How good will this be? 3 mana, summon 2 random 2-cost minions. I think it will be good, but I don't think it will be, like, insane, right? I don't know if it'll be crazy. Like, I don't think it's going to be, like, you know, a card we're complaining about a ton. Because I remember playing it, you know, in the past, and you get a lot of really crappy 2-drops. Like, I think I would rather have the Druid spell, the Druid card, the summon 2 2/2s than this card. Let's also just like consistency, but 2-drop pool is sick for this rotation. Are we getting? I guess we get like there will be like mini bot and stuff coming back, right? So that is a good point. Hopefully they don't like super underbucket it. Yeah, landscaping is a Druid card I was thinking of. Yeah. Crap. We don't really need to talk about too much. Astromancer can be good in the right deck. Oh god. Oh no, we're getting this back with calling, like they haven't constructed. Oh no. I don't want that. They do that in constructed right now. I don't want that. Okay. Well, it definitely gets a bit of a bump because Conjurer's Calling will be around at the same time as this. Okay. Luna's Pocket Galaxy. This is going to... Do you guys... 5 mana? Is that correct? I think it's 5 mana, right? I still think it's too slow. What do you guys think? 5 mana, it's still... Like, if you take your whole turn playing this, I still think it's too slow. Still bad? Too slow? Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Alright. Paladonger, oh boy. Oh boy, Paladonger. I'm thinking about the GVG card. So this card, it's a pretty good secret. Don't need to talk too much about it. You know, this expansion game, we're probably going a little bit too slow because we play with these cards. But it's a good secret. One of the better ones. Well, and with the secrets, you won't want to be able to keep them in mind, right? Like what secrets are going to be in the meta. Because otherwise, like for the first week, I'll forget. Glowtron is going to be nutty. Because it was already really good. And now we're getting a bunch more mechs. So people are going to be throwing this onto like a mech warper. And yeah, it's going to be really disgusting. Alright. Legendary. It's more of a constructed card. It's fine. This goes to 1. Does that change much? Does Crystology going to 1 change too much? I mean, it was like a never pick before. But now... maybe sometimes? What are good 1-attack minions? Well, I mean, this is a good one. But... Tarkreeper's not going to be around for this meta, right? Is Righteous Protector? No, I don't think Righteous Protector comes back. Might make a Hobgoblin deck. Well, I think Hobgoblin will be a lot better, but... yeah. Annoyatron? Yeah. I'm not willing to say it's going to be garbage. Like, it could... there could be enough cards coming back. After we go into the Paladin cards like GVG and stuff, we can look at it again. Alright, Annoya Module. It was already really good. Playing a 4-mana 2/4 with Divine Shield is okay. With Taunt. And it has a Magnetic, and there's going to be more mechs. So I think any of the cards with Magnetic, I think will get a bit of a boost, right? With GVG coming back. Prismatic Lens, Yeah. It's very situational. Mechano Egg. Probably gets a bit of a boost. It's still slow, but does it get that much of a boost though? Because there aren't more magnetic minions, so I would guess Mechano Egg probably doesn't get too much of a boost.
12 months. Happy 3-year Subiversary.
Hey, thanks so much, Cursors.
PLGGIES.
Appreciate the 12 months. Thank you, man. Welcome back. We're doing a little bit of a review thing for the new meta coming out. But yeah, I think will be about the same. Ooh, golden. Shrink Ray. Shrink Ray was, I wouldn't say it was good, but it's okay. And now that they nerfed equality, maybe Shrink Ray is a little more pickable too. Because it used to be like, oh, like you pick up too many equality, and so why the heck would you want this? But with equality being nerfed, maybe you'd be picking this a little bit more. It still doesn't really fit what I want to do in Paladin, but it's not a terrible card. Oh, this one gets buffed, right? 5 mana, I think. That's a change. It should be quite good, I think. It's still, obviously, you take a hit on one turn. You play a 3-4 for 5 mana. But +2/+2 buffs are that's a lot of stats. So I have a feeling that we'll be getting buffed on. Yeah, it was already fine before, so I think it should be pretty good. Yeah, it's not really an arena card. Priest. Topsy-turvy, it's like going to be in a cheap bucket. It can have some utility, but it's not that great. We don't really talk about that. Clone Device is going to 1 mana, which I think makes it a lot better. It's not like a premium card, but definitely much more pickable than it used to be, because it gives you information as well, not about their hand, but about the deck. So it going to 1 mana means I think I will play with it some. Dead Ringer. This was quite good at the time. It kind of fits what Priest wants to do. Like, you play something on 2, but the 2-drop gives you value. So I would assume Dead Ringer will still be quite good. Dead Ringer is great because Worms and Wormsgone. That wasn't the only reason, though. Like, just pulling a Death Rattle minion from your deck. Like, I would say on average, Death Rattle minions are better than just a regular draw. So, yeah, it's also a mech, too. Yeah, it's got the mech tag as well. Yeah. Oh, baby. This one is... Arms are back on the menu because this is going to 2 mana. So, this is a... I think it's a really questionable change, personally. Like, it's one of those things where the card was already okay, and now it's just a strictly better Blessing of Kings. And Blessing of Kings is already good, and now you can split it and, and save one for another turn. So I'm a little worried about this. Depends on how many tools priests have to get on the board early, but yeah. Omega Medic. So this card's coming back. It's good. It's a 3-mana 3/4, and you shouldn't. One thing that's important with this card is if you don't have another play on turn 3, please just play it. I remember too often people would hold it for the value on turn 10. It's like, dude, it's a Spider Tank. Just play it. It's better than missing your drop. It'll save you way more health by playing it than waiting for turn 10. Okay. End rant on that. Powered Replicate wasn't very good. Yeah. So this is... What is it changed here? I don't remember. I know they're nerfing this card because of the combo with the new Snip Snap card coming out, but yeah, it was never much of a... Like, oftentimes it's just a 5-mana 4/6 in Arena, so... Oh, can't drop below 1? Okay, I gotcha. So you can't chain it. All right. Yeah, I mean, don't really talk about that one much though. Anyways, very rarely seen. It was okay. Yeah, I would say it's a below average legendary. And Cloning Gallery also, I would say below average legendary card. Didn't do that much in Arena. All right, Labracritor's back. Generally just a 2-mana 3/2, which is fine. The shuffle, I would say, is more often a negative effect than a positive one, because if you play in the early game, you shuffle a 3-drop in or a 1-drop in. It's not that great, but it's fine. It's a 2-drop. Pogo Hopper. So this is, what does it change to this, chat? Is it +3/3 or what are they changing? Oh, it's 1 mana. Okay. Yeah, so it's more of a constructed change than anything. Right? But means it's a 1-mana 1/1. It's still like whatever, right? Yeah. Hey, don't worry about it, reality. Don't worry. Yeah, I'll check it out later. Necrean Blade. I'm not sure if our... Do you guys know if the Death Rattle pool is getting better or worse? For cards like this. It was good. It was in a pretty tough bucket. Like, I didn't take it every time. But it's one of those cards that you can definitely get cheesed with. Think it's better? Slightly better? Okay. Yeah, Shredder's coming back. And I mean, you had things like Violet Worm. Oh, we're going to have Scribe, right? Scribe is good with this, for sure. Yeah. It's good, though. Violet Haze. So this is going to 2 mana. And my feeling is that they're not going to adjust the bucket on this card. I don't know why, I just have this feeling. Because it used to be I would take it just to get more stuff. And if it goes to 2 mana, then it's just better. But it's okay. I mean, it gives you refill, right? It's going to be an auto pick. If they don't change a bucket, it's an auto pick. Yeah. Yep. Academic Espionage. I mean, you can have some fun moments, but it's not really a consistent arena card. Blight Nozzle Crawler. This was really good. Again, it's in a top bucket, so you can't take it every single time. But yeah, very annoying to deal with. Crazed Chemist, another very good card. I took this card. I want to say this was a near auto pick for me. I think the first Chemist was an auto pick. Because Reach is just really good. And you develop a body and like buff something. Just really good. Okay. Myra. Yeah, legendary. It was a fine. Like I didn't take it all that often in the bucket it was in, but it's a fine legendary. Myra's normally wasn't the pick, but it wasn't a bad bucket, so... But yeah, again, I don't really want to spend too much time on it. Garbage. Wait, did they change this one? They changed a card. Was this a card they changed? It was a card like this. Or that's getting buffed. Is this the one that's getting buffed? Or is it the Warlock one? No? Okay. Okay, alright. Well, it's bad. Don't pick it. Don't do it. All right, Beaker Lightning is really... It's bad, but it's one... From previous experience, they put it in a crap bucket, and I took it every once in a while, just because it's AoE. And if the meta's really fast, it could be okay. But in general, like, looking at the card, it's a bad card. The Overload is just too punishing. Voltaic Burst is I would say a good card, but again, it was in a pretty high bucket from what I remember. So I took it sometimes. Crap. Like most of the time, it's 2 mana, draw 1. So it's, yeah, not a good card. Oh, I'm so glad this card is back. I love this card. Yeah, losing to it feels a little bad, but Nimbus is super premium. It wasn't a top bucket, so you won't be able to take it every time you want, but yeah, really, really good. Omega Mind. The effect of all the Omega cards, I would say this one, like, has the least chance to do anything. So it's generally just a 2 mana 2/3. Electra Storm Surge. Legendary. It's good, but yeah. It's a good card. But it requires too much setup to be like really good in Arena. Storm Chaser. 4 mana 3/4, draw Bloodlust. That's generally what it was for me. It's fine. Like if you do get Bloodlust, it's good. And it's a fairly cheap bucket, so on average I'd say it's not a good card, but it has its place. Thunderhead. Oh god, they buffed this. Oh, why would they do that? Why would you do that? It's now a 3/6, right? Why would they do that? Why? But why? But why? It was already really good, and now it's a 3/6. Okay, yeah, it's super premium. It was already really good, and now it's going to be just disgusting. So, yeah. Probably the best 4-drop in the game. It's definitely up there, yeah. Yeah. I was going to say Omega Mind into Elemental Destruction, though. I guess that could happen. I guess that could happen, but still, it doesn't get much of a buff, right? Eureka, almost never pick. Stormbringer is going to 6. I still don't think you'll draft it all that much, but when it gets generated, it means it's easier to play, like, to get extra things with it, right? Like, you can do 2-drop and totem with it, for example, with already having a board. So it's obviously gets a little bit better. But I forget what bucket it was in. All right, Warlock. Soul Infusion, it's fine. It's a fine card. Solarium, also fine. Demonic Project, terrible. Spirit Bomb. This is going to 1 mana, right? Which means it's good. It's definitely good. Really good. Because sometimes it was the pick, and a 1 mana cutting its cost in half means it's going to be a really nasty tempo card. Because you compare it to Soulfire, and obviously this can't go face, but you don't lose a card for it. So it's definitely like in that same power level, I would say. Void Analyst, it was generally just a 2 mana 2/2. Doubling him, good. Like, obviously, you know, the idea is Soul Infusion into this, which doesn't happen very often, but 2/2/2s, the demon tag is, you know, gives it a little bit of a bump too. It's fine. It was in a pretty high bucket though, from what I remember. So yeah, I didn't take it all that much, I think. But it's definitely pickable, but it isn't. I think it was properly bucketed. So it's a 3 mana 3/5. Well, a 5 mana 3/5 if you tap. It's kind of hard to make work, but I don't want to spend too much time on that one. Oh no, this is coming back. When is the card shift happening? On the 3rd, June 3rd. It's coming back. No. Super stupid card, Tilter. Yeah, so this card is just like, if you make it to turn 10 as Warlock, this thing comes down, you pretty much just lose. 3 Yetis for 5 mana. It's just disgusting, and I hate this card. Okay. We don't need to talk about that. This is getting buffed, a big buff, right? This goes to 6 mana, I want to say. 6? So, at 6 mana, again, it's a legendary, but it's very pickable, right? Like, it's actually really, it should be really good. Because even if you get unlucky, it's still not the end of the world. Like, let's say you pull a 2-drop. That's fine. You played a 5/5, Death Rattle, summon a 2-drop for 6 mana. That's fine. Yeah, at least Demon Bolt is gone with this card, with Omega Agent. That's true. But even with, I mean... Yeah. Yeah, even without it, it's just so painful. I hate that card. Okay, on to Warrior. Alright, Eternium Rover. It's good. Solid. It was bucketed fairly highly, but it's a solid card. Omega Assembly is a very good card. Yeah, it's just value. Cards like this help enable Warrior to do like the control route, right? Rocket Boots. It's a cheap. It was in a cheap bucket, so you'll probably. It is pickable, but it's not that good. Never taken unless chat draft forces you to take it. So don't pick this card. Dynomatic. Very, very, very good. I wonder, though... I wonder if Dynomatic probably gets a tiny bit worse, right? Because there are going to be more mechs around. But I guess you'll also have more mechs, so... But it'll be hard, because right now... Or like when this was in rotation, it felt like it would just be a 3/4 that dealt 5 to like the enemy board. But because there are more mechs, I think it'll be a little worse, but it'll still be good. Alright, can they just not bring it back? Can we make a list of cards that they just decide to maybe not bring back? Like Super Collider just stays gone, and Omega Agent stays gone? I'd be okay with that. Oh, I guess we should talk about it. It's really broken. You take it every single time. Every single time for the first pick. You'd take no card over this. That's how stupid it is. Okay. Anyhow, don't want to talk about that one too much because I'll get tilted. Security Rover is getting buffed to a 2/6, right? I believe that's a change. It's still slow, and yeah, I think that's more of a constructed change than anything. But it's better. I just don't remember people dropping this on turn 6 much, so, and having it do a whole lot. We do get Warpath's gone, right? Yeah, Warpath is gone. Okay. Beryllium Nullifier. This is becoming 6 mana 2. Is that the change? 6 mana 3/8. That's a pretty big change because a 3/8 stat line isn't the end of the world. If you think of like, oh, it's a 4 attack. Oh, never mind. It becomes a 4/8. I don't think that changes that much. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that changes that much for this card? A 7 mana 4/8? I don't think it changes that much. Depends on how many mechs you're reliably able to draft, but like it'll be a little bit. It'll definitely be better, but I don't know. I don't think it's enough for this card to be like a premium or something. Not an arena. Thank God. Boomship is like if you have the right deck for it, a heavy deck, it can actually be good. Because unlike the Hunter one, they don't like attack and die. So yeah. Alright, the neutrals, the bread and butter of Arena. Crystallizer, 1 mana 1/3. There's a little bit of synergy here, but generally it's 1 mana 1/3, which is good. With there being more mechs, it gets a little bit of a bump, and it was in a super crap bucket, so it might be pickable now with the additional mechs, but it's still I don't think it's going to be like a faithful Lumi meta or something. Okay, Goblin Bomb still not really a good card, pretty bad. Mekaru is great, and if anything, Mekaru gets a little bit better. But yeah, Mekaru is it's a premium 1-drop. 1 mana, 1/1 mech that spawns another mech. Just very good. She was a skater, boy. Said see you later, boys. And something. Okay. Now you get combos with this card, but generally, yeah, it's not a good card, right? It was in a pretty cheap bucket, so. Looks really cool in golden, but very bad, and I don't expect that to change. It's just a 1/2 doesn't have, even with the Divine Shield, doesn't have enough impact, so pretty bad. Galvanizer again, pretty bad. Pretty bad. Like not. Sometimes it can be okay, but pretty bad. Toxicologist. I thought this card was going to be pretty good for rogues, for example, but it wasn't that good, right? I'm trying to remember. Toxicologist, like it wasn't like Goblin Auto Barber level of good. It ended up being kind of awkward because yeah, the 2/2 instead of 3/2 mattered a whole lot. So obviously in certain classes it's just a 2/2, but should be better now as the meta speeds up. Maybe a little bit. At the time that it was, I guess that was a slower meta. So maybe the tempo from this will be better. Yeah, it's a neutral Toxicologist. Yeah, so if you get it in Mage or whatever, it's really bad. But that's an important point. The way that Blizzard does the bucketing, they don't rebucket neutrals for different classes. So yeah, that's why things like Hinge Clan and Rogue are just auto pick because they're they have to be bucketed for all the classes. Garbage. It was okay. I don't think it changes that much. It's fine. It's alright. Pretty bad. Pretty underwhelming. Elec is good. It's a 3 mana 3/4. The text very rarely matters anything, but or very rarely does anything, but it's a good card. Spider Tanks are just good. I wonder, how much do you think Spider Tanks will take a hit with Ogre Brute coming back, chat? So for anyone, I mean, we'll get to the card eventually, but Ogre Brute is a 3 mana 4/4, and when you attack with it, is a 50% chance to attack a different target. Not too much. Yeah, I feel like how often are you going to get Ogre Brute too? All right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it depends on how common. I don't know how often we will see Ogre Brute, but if you see it a lot, then it makes that card a lot worse. Garbage. It's just terrible. Pretty bad. It was in a bad bucket, and it continues to be bad. 95% of the time, it's a 3-mana 3/3. So, again, it's in a low bucket, so maybe you take it, you know, but classes like Priest and Mage, sometimes you can get the effect, but in general, it's a pretty weak card. Kaboombot is okay. Like, I would say Kaboombot is a good card. Not great, but good. Microtech Controller. We don't... When was Scorcher? Was Scorcher this expansion? Because this card, I just remember at the time, there was a time where we had Scorcher in it. Oh, it's Rumble. Okay, so we're not going to have that card back. All right. And this should be good. Because it got a little bit worse when Scorcher was around because the dragon that does 1 damage AoE. But with that not being around, I think this is pretty good. Okay. Spring Rocket was good. Solid card. Took it a lot. Coppertail, I'd say it's slightly below average, but yeah, it's still okay. It's aight. Pretty bad. Below average. You can make it work, but it's a below average card. Terrible. This is pretty good, and from what I remember, with the bucketing of Omega Defender, it wasn't that highly bucketed. So I picked it a lot, and you know, if you have to tempo it on turn 4, it's not that bad. It's a Stegodon, 4-mana 2/6. So yeah, to turn 10, 12 attack is a lot. All right. Piloted Reaper, bad. Should still be bad. People will be taking people might have a few more 2-drops in their hands because the 2-drop quality is up a bit, but I still think this is going to be bad. Replicating Menace was good. I would say it was good. Yeah, a lot of these cards are just, you know, they're fine. You will take it a decent amount. Steel Rager was great. Really, really good. Consistent. I'm still not sure if I like this or Swift Messenger better as a card, but yeah, you know what you're getting with it. It's very, very good. Pinata. Chat loves this card. It's good, but it is highly bucketed. And because people pick it a lot, it will stay in a high bucket. So as a result, if you are a dirty tryhard, as I am a lot of the time, you won't take Pinata every time. But it's good. It's a good card. You know, 4/3 legendaries are, you know, can be really game changing. So, Whizbang, not really relevant for Arena. Huh. Well, I mean, it'll be better because there are more mechs. But, like, the mechs that are coming back, a lot of them are, you know, like 2-drops and stuff. So it's like, it's still going to be bad, right? No, Dreads, no. Yeah, it's probably still not that good. We can dream. Actually, I don't want this to be good. I hate cards like this. Holomancer is basically unplayable. Basically unplayable. Rusty Recycler was in a bad bucket, and it's okay. Like Taunt, Lifesteal. It's alright. 5-mana 5/5, which, you know, gets destroyed by Dalaran Crusader. I'm not big on 5-mana 5/5s, and if Crusader's still really common, they feel bad to me. So yeah, Wally, yeah, Wally. Not really all that relevant for Arena. Wargear will definitely be better, and it was already fine, but they're with another mech expansion. And this isn't really understated. It's a 5-mana 5/5, but you have that, like, the magnetic effect is pretty powerful. I think it will be better, right? Ziliax is obviously insane. One of the best legendaries in the game, but you guys know that. Everybody knows that. Dynamo is a card where they over-bucketed it, at least in the past. Because they kind of have to, otherwise, like, it would be an auto-pick in Mage and Priest. So Mage and Priest are the two that stood out for me. Were there other classes, guys, that were really good with Arcane Dynamo? Those are the two that I remember standing out. Oh, Shaman. Shaman, you can get the legendary card. The legendary transform thing. Oh, yeah, Druid. Druid, yeah, because of UI, right? But UI isn't around, correct? So, I don't think UI is coming back. Yeah. Yeah, also Spreading Plague used to be in it. So, I think Mage and Priest will still be pretty good with it, right? But even in those classes, I remember it wasn't an auto pick. Stegatron, I don't know how many summon a 6-drop cards. Oh gosh, with Power of Creation. So we get this in the Power of Creation pool. Monka-ass, dude. Yeah, so it's a fine card on its own, but if you get it summoned and you don't get the damage, then it's insane. So, yeah. Mechanical Whelp. It's an okay... Like, it's slow, but it's pretty annoying to deal with. And it wasn't a really bad bucket. So I actually drafted this card more than I would have thought because they bucketed so low. Missile Launcher. Neutral AoE. It's okay. There are going to be more mechs, which mean the magnetic effect, I think it's a little bit more of a boost. Yeah, it's a good card. Yeah, this card's good with Conjure, too. Of course. Yeah. Spark Drill. It's removal, so it's not terrible. So it was surprisingly useful. I think I kind of hated on the card a lot, but I remember it being alright. But if the meta's fast, it'll be worse. Because you're basically paying 2 more mana for a Rager on the board. And you get these sparks, but it can be a little slow. I wouldn't say it was really good. I would say it was okay or good. Yeah, I do remember Hafu really liked this card. Yeah, sure did. Okay. Oh, I missed out on showing the golden one. Giggling. You guys remember 5 mana Giggle? I do. At 7 mana, it's not very good, but it's in a bad bucket, so sometimes you could pick it. Yeah, it's just a Wargolem. Bulldozer is back. Wait, Bulldozer's not bad against Fist. Huh? It was kind of a meme at the time, but I mean, you can't Fist a Divine Shield. It's still bad. It's still not a good card. It's too slow. Doesn't have taunt. But it's kind of like Monkasaur, right? People love cards like this, but they're not very good. Mecha'thun. It's a 10 mana 10/10. It's not good. All right, is that all of them? All right. Boomsday done. What's next? I think I want to leave goblins versus gnomes for last, because it's going to hit me in the feels the most. Let's do the grand tournament now. Oops. Okay, the grand tournament. I think this was an expansion I didn't play that much, to be honest. But like, I played it less than some of the other sets, so I might not know these cards as well. Not going in reverse chronological order. That sounds very complicated. We're going to jump around. Jump around. Yeah, so here we go. Should we start with the neutrals? I kind of like starting with the class cards. It's more fun. Okay, Living Roots. Super premium. It's kind of like the Druid card we have now, the 1 mana card, except just better. Because you can go face. So, really good. And these cards we don't have any buckets for. So, this is going to be like, did they get the bucketing right? Because Living Roots is insane. Darnassus Aspirant. Insane. So 2 mana, 2/3, Battlecry, gain an empty mana crystal, Death Rattle, lose a mana crystal. So you play this and you instantly ramp. And until they're able to kill it, you stay ramped. And it's just a 2-mana 2/3. So really insane. Really insane. Druid the Saber is good. So it's flexible. You can play a 3/2 stealth or a 2/1 with charge. Just versatile. It's a good card. Not on the level of like this, but good, right? Mulch. So Druid's getting some hard removal back. Mulch isn't bad. I would say it's good. Like, sure, there's some RNG in what they get back, but Mulch is good. Especially in a class that now no longer has Naturalize, right? Yeah. Omega lol. Okay, we don't need to spend time on that. Savage Combatant. Really good. Really, really good. Damn, these Druid cards are pretty solid that are coming back. So Savage Combatant, Inspire. I think this is the first time we've talked about this. Inspire is when you use your hero power. So you hit your hero power. So what this means is your hero power, like your attack will go up to 3. So you can deal 3 damage with your face. It's good. Very good. Wild Walker, not very good. Wait, this is a 4 mana cost card? I thought this was 5 for some reason. Yeah, I think I have a different card. A 4 mana 4/4, give a beast +3 isn't the end of the world. For some reason, I remember this card's really sucking. I guess Shredder's around, right? Yeah, why do I remember this being 5? I don't know why. Yeah, when it hits, it'll be really good. Huh. It doesn't seem terrible. But I don't remember... It basically never hit... Yeah, that's what I remember too. Like, I don't remember it triggering much. Knight of the Wild. Whenever you summon a beast, reduce the cost of this card by 1. So as long as you hero power once, it's a 6 mana 6/6, which isn't that bad. I think it should be fine. I remember it being, like, okay. You aren't hero powering a ton in the early turns, but... Oh, summon a beast. Oh, I'm dumb. Brain. Okay, I don't remember about this card then, obviously. What is this card? Was this card good? I don't remember, like, losing to it much. I was like, okay, yeah, okay. Yeah. It wasn't like... You weren't getting mean by this or anything. Maybe a little bit below average. Okay. It's not really an arena card. Don't worry about that. Brave Archer, good card. Smork. So you will die to this. Hunter will top deck this and then do a 4 damage hero power. But, yeah, it's good. I mean, it's a 2/1 with upside, right? It's good card. Bear Trap. Oh, boy. Oh. Bear Trap is one of the great cards for punishing noobs. Because they do the, like, well, time to find out what the secret is. Dunk into the dome. And then it's like, here's a 3/3 Grizzly. And it messes up their whole turn. So Bear Trap was better than it should have been because people didn't play around it correctly. But even if they do play around it correctly, it's still a fine card, I think. Elec. Elec is really good. So a 2 mana 3/2 with a beast tag, and 50% chance, maybe a little bit under 50% chance to draw a card. It's really good. Super premium. Very rarely ever a thing in Arena. Dread Scale. At the end of your turn, deal 1 damage to all their minions. It's a legendary. I don't remember seeing it that much, obviously. Doesn't really fit what Hunter wants to do. Like, you don't want to damage your own board. So, yeah, I guess it kills lackeys, but are you really going to do that? Like, are you a control hunter or something? I don't know. Yeah. All right, Power Shot. Power Shot was good, right? Again, it's been a while for these cards. This is like way back when. Power Shot was good, but not great, I want to say. Yeah, sure, Hunter's going to be different than it is now. But still, I don't think Dread Skill is going to be great. Power Shot was premium, was it? I can't remember. I know it's good, but premium? Like, would you take this over an Animal Companion? Or like an Eagle Horn Bow? I feel like no. So that's what I'm thinking like about premium. But it's good. It's definitely good. Stable Master. 3 mana, 4/2. Battlecry, give a friendly beast immune this turn. Very rarely did the effect go off. But, wait, this should be good, though. I don't remember this going off much. Maybe just because it's an epic, and we rarely saw epics, but... Because a 4/2 isn't the worst stat line on turn 3. But I don't remember this going off much. Yeah, maybe it'll be better now. Oh, because of the... You'll see more epics. So it's Hogsty? Sure. Yeah, I mean, the stat line isn't great, definitely, but it's aggressively statted, which I like in Hunter. Also, it was a 4/2, and being a 4/2 is really bad. Yeah, I remember, so I agree with you. I remember this card being bad, or I just didn't see it much. But it seems like it's not terrible if you get a decent amount of beasts. Ram Wrangler. This is the ultimate high roll card. So like you could get a King Crush. You have to have a beast in play for it to work. So it already has. You need to have a beast for it to be even playable. And then sometimes you'll just get like a 1 or 2 drop. But yeah, you could high roll it. It's not a good card because on average I don't think it's really worth it. Because it has like if it was just 5 mana, 3/3 summon a random beast, then I think it would be good. But because you have to have a beast on the board for it to work, I don't think it's that good. Ball of Spiders, way too slow, from what I remember. Yeah, maybe it'll be a different meta, but I think if anything, it's still gonna be a faster meta. So it's just too slow. Acid Maw. Whenever another minion takes damage, destroy it. So this kind of shit will come up with conjures and stuff more than anything, right? Like this will pop up and then it will cause a clown fiesta with a Conjurer's Calling, but you won't really draft it much, I don't think. All right, on to Mage. Arcane Blast, good, very good. Doesn't go face, but deals 2 damage. Very rarely would you have spell power for it, but 1 mana deal 2 to a minion is just good. Fallen Hero also very good. Like if you remember. Fireplume Phoenix. So there's 1 less health in Fireplume Phoenix, but on turn 4 it does a similar thing, right? So Fallen Hero is quite good. Effigy. This is okay. So secrets again. I think secrets are something that you want to focus on a little bit more, because you do need to play around those. Effigy means killing expensive minions is risky, right? Oh god, I'm just thinking about like all of this just comes back to Conjurer's Calling. So they play like a big minion and the secret's up and you're like, oh sweet, I can kill it, and then you kill it, and then it's Effigy, and then you get Conjurers on the next turn and you're like, ah. But that's only one situation. But anyhow. Yeah. Yep. Okay, Boar is not, I would say it's below average, but not terrible. Like, it can be a poor man's polymorph. You can use it to go for lethal. Yeah, it's an O. I'm guessing it will be in a crap bucket, or like a below average bucket, so it's not the worst. Spellslinger. Spider Tank, add a random battlecry, add a random spell to each player's hand. So there's quite a bit of variance introduced to that, because spells are can be very powerful, but it's a Spider Tank, and if you're better at using the spells, then you should get more use from it, right? You remember this being good, Boar? I don't know. I remember it being like okay, but really good. I wouldn't say it's really good. This okay. If it's a tempo meta and you're paying 3 mana for this effect. Like, how do you deal with it? So let's say you want to remove something. How are you gonna? You can't ping it. Like, you can go face, sure, but like, I don't know. I feel like it was just okay. Dalaran, Aspirant. Inspire, gain spell damage +1. I remember people playing this and then like hero powering for a couple turns. You're like, oh boy, here comes a flame strike. I would say it's probably average. Like, the effect doesn't normally do very much, so I would say it's an average card. Cool art, though. I don't remember the art being that cool. Flame Lance. Deal 8 damage to a minion. It's okay. Like, it doesn't go face. It can't deal with death rattles. But, you know, it's removal. And it just depends on the bucket, right? Like, it just depends on the bucket. Oh, 3/5. I thought you were talking about Flame Lance, a super premium. I'm like, I don't think this card was ever super premium. But it's good with Shooting Star and unexpected result. Oh, this one. Yeah, maybe it gets a little bit of a buff because of, like, Shooting Star. But that's still an expensive combo. So 4 mana to play this. Hero Power is 6 mana. 7 mana combo with Shooting Star. I mean, if you have it on the board, sure, but... yeah. Koldara Drake. You can use your hero power any number of times. I remember this being good. Like, if you have the mage deck and you get in the super late game, you're trying to outvalue your opponent, and, you know, your guys are both running low on cards, and this can be pretty good, right? Get, like, 3 or 4 pings or whatever. But, yeah, if the meta's fast, I don't think this will be that great. Like, you just won't have time to ping that much. But, yeah, I'd say good. Good card. Ronin is quite strong. It was quite strong. But do you think Ronin is still quite good? Because I remember this being pretty nice. So you're paying 8 mana for a War Golem, and you get 3 missiles. The missiles were pretty annoying, I remember. Because, like, if you remove it, then you have to worry about that stuff coming. Yeah. Yeah, you get it from Messenger Raven, for example. Yeah, for sure. It's good. I'm assuming it's still going to be good. Alright. Paladonger. Okay, Competitive Spirit. It's rarely Competitive Spirit, but every now and then it would be Competitive Spirit, and then you'd be like... no. Okay. Anyhow, Argent Lance was fine. 2 mana, 2/2 weapon. If you win the joust. Wait, is this joust? Oh no, it is joust, but it doesn't say joust on it, right? So you both reveal a minion in your deck. If yours costs more, then it gets +1 durability, right? So it becomes a 2/3. It's good because even a 2/2 weapon on 2 isn't bad. Seal of Champs. This one is like... oh, this is... what I can already tell... I forgot about that this card was coming back. We're going to be back to the days of kill everything on the board against Paladin. Like, you don't want to leave something up and have this hit. It's just disgusting. Really gross. So, kill everything. Super premium. Hopefully it's bucketed accordingly. Warhorse Trainer. Not very good. I don't know how much dude synergy we're getting back, but a 2/4 is pretty meh. Like, sometimes I remember playing it so my 1/1, my hero power on 2 could, like, trade up into something, but then you still played a 2/4, so... yeah, you get muster. You get muster for this, sure. That is a really good one that's coming back, but... I mean, what do you guys remember? It wasn't a premium, right? It was, like, okay. I'm sure there are cards that are good with it, but... I don't remember it being that great. Oh god, Murloc Knight. So the way you should look at Murloc Knight is it's a 6-drop. So you're doing this and hero powering to get a random Murloc. Did we lose? So what's a Murloc pool look like right now? Oh god, we got Scargill back. Or we got Scargill now, the 4/4. Yeah, Murloc Knight into Murloc Knight was like the biggest tilter. Yeah, no old Murk-Eye, but there's still some pretty good ones. And the thing about this card is it puts pressure on your opponents. Because if you can't kill it on that turn where they play it, like, it just... every turn you play a 1/1 and then a random Murloc. So, is Finja going to be in? I don't know. I'm not sure. No, it's not? It was kind of win more. So, but the thing about this card is it can be win more, but you can also just high roll it on the turn you play it, and it can bring you back. So, I think it should be a highly bucketed card. Hope so. Yeah, maybe it'll be slow. Maybe it'll be too slow, but I doubt it. I think it will still be really good. Fine. Like, it's mainly just a 5-mana 5/5. I'm not big on the 5-mana 5/5s again because Crusader's around. It depends on if there's an offering bonus still. I'm assuming there will be. If not, then maybe it won't be as bad. But I don't love 5-mana 5/5s right now. Enter the Colosseum was rarely seen at the time because it was an epic. Again, it's a card that doesn't really feel like it fits Paladin's playstyle. Because you're more of like Zerg the board. But it's something to keep in mind. Like, if they're playing really slow, like, oh, what could they have, right? Mysterious Challenger. This was a terror in Constructed. It was like, there were several decks. Well, there was one main deck built around this shit. It was, oh boy. But in Arena, you didn't draft that many secrets. Even if you pull just like one, it's fine. Like, it's a 6-mana 6/6. But, yeah, it's still, like, wow, it was really just, I mean, the stats are fine. Should still be good. Just even if you pull only 1 or 2 secrets. Edric is great. Really good. It's not like Tarim good, but it's quite good. So it's like an AoE humility effect. And the stats, yeah, the stats aren't great, but it's got 7 health. Very, very good. Okay, Flash Heal. Terrible. You can get some synergy with Akonai, but it's terrible. Power Glory. Never good. Just terrible. Confuse. What are these cards? What? Convert? It's like Seance, except you can't use it on your own minions. Ugh. Jeez, these are terrible. Oh, a golden looks kind of cool. Wow. Okay, Wormrest Agent. 2-mana 1/4. If you're holding a dragon, gain +1 attack and taunt. So how many dragons are we getting back? What dragons? What notable dragons do we get back? Secret Agent is going to be gone, right? Are you mocking me? Yeah, that was the voice line in this one. This was pretty bad in Arena from what I remember. Bookworm we get back? Okay. Blackrock was a dragon one? Yeah, I don't think this will be very good. Because if it doesn't proc, it's terrible. So, Shadow Fiend. Whenever you draw a card, reduce its cost by 1. From what I remember, this wasn't that good. Because you'd have to hit a really good card, right? You never saw it was epic. That's another point. Yeah, with epic cards, you just wouldn't see them that much. But it's not like, because if you get it, you need a reduction on something you can play, right? I wouldn't say it's awful. I wouldn't say it's awful, because if you do hit, it can be okay, but I don't think it's a good card. Oh, boy. So, a lot of these cards for Priest are really bad, but this one is really good. Like, really good. I think I remember that you'd be like, oh, yeah, whatever, Priest cards, oh, these suck, and then they drop this, and you're like, that shit has to die, like, right now. So, whenever a character is healed, gain +1 attack. So, you know, you do like Nova, and this thing goes up a bunch, right? So, yeah, definitely a card you'll want to think about. Spawn of Shadows. Not really what Priest wants to do. So it's a 4-mana 5/4, which is a fine stat line, but you don't really want to Smork as Priest. I do remember getting lethal to this card, but yeah, it doesn't really fit what Priest wants to do. Confessor Paletress. Inspire, summon a random legendary minion. Again, it's a legendary. You won't see it that much, but it's a fun card for you. 9 mana, get a 5/4 and a random legendary. Yeah, but you won't see it much. Priest, I don't know. These cards aren't that good. Like, this card is good, but all of these other ones are just terrible. Like, awful. That's not awful, but you know what I mean. Like, these, like, compared to what we looked at in, like, Paladin and stuff. Whew. All right, Rogue. My baby Rogue. Buccaneer. Very good card. So 1 mana 2/1. Whenever you equip a weapon, give it +1 attack. So you play this on 1 into hero power. And if they don't have it, if they can't ping it, But you can do it a few different times. Generally, what I remember with Buccaneer is if they had a ping hero power, you didn't play it on 1. But if they didn't, then you play it on 1 and force them to have an answer. Because otherwise, you dagger on 2 and it's really nutty. So, yeah, good card. Very good. Cut Purse. Cut Purse, man, I gotta say, this card, at the time, I think people didn't like it that much. But I like this card. Like, because Rogue has a lot of tools to protect minions. And getting a coin each turn is pretty nutty. So I think this card is like... I'll be interested to see how they bucket it. Because I liked it. At the time, stats were so ridiculously important. Yeah, that's true. That maybe just being a 2-mana 2/2 hurt it a lot. But yeah, I had some fun with this one. It's not a premium, but it can be good. So this card was actually banned from Arena for a while, chat. For anyone who didn't play at the time. It was, yeah, so it's a 2-mana 3/2, so good stats on its own. Combo, deal 1 damage. So you can do, like, backstab plus this to do 3 damage, etc. Very, very good. Very, very, like, super top-tier card. Garbage. It's too slow. But, well, you could lose to it, but it's too slow. Like, just think about this card, and then think about the 4-drop that we had for a while. I don't think that card's coming back, but the 4-mana 4/4 shuffle, like it has, you pay 1 mana more, but you get a 4/4 on the board. So, But what if they draw them all instantly? Well, sure, it can happen. I've had it happen. Absolutely, I've had it happen. But you shouldn't take it on average, right? Yeah, Faldori Strider. Yeah, it's like a way, way shittier version of that. Okay, Burgle. Dude, this card's so fun. Oh, I remember why I loved Rogue so much. This card's so fun. So 3 mana, add 2 random cards to your hand from your opponent's class. It's a little bit slow. So, you know, we'll see how they bucket it. But it's one of those cards where people will pick it a lot, so it'll probably be a little bit over bucketed. But yeah, you know, it's a good card, but it's a little bit slow. Shady Dealer. 3 mana 4/3 Battlecry. If you have a pirate, gain +1/+1. I remember this proccing a decent amount. Like, it didn't, not, on average it wouldn't proc, but you still get a 4/3. And when it procs, it's insane. So, it's good. There aren't that many pirates, but it's a good card, I think. Oh, this card, I remember this. It's terrible. It's horrible. I remember well this card is horrible. Just to read what this thing does. Your hero power gives this weapon +1 attack instead of replacing it. Who the hell made this card? They probably got fired. Okay. Ooh, Shadowpan. Shadowpan's back. Alright, so Shadowpan is good. It was pretty easy to combo it. So turn 6, you can play like a 1-drop in this, and you get a Ogre and a 1-drop. Backstab with it. Shadowpan's pretty good. A new Barak, like it costs 9 mana, and people ignore it, right? Because it's like the effect just, so it's not that good. All right. Oh no, well, don't look at the right. We start here. Ancestral Knowledge. Ancestral Knowledge is... Draw 2 cards, overload 2. It seems a little bit expensive. But I don't remember it being that bad, right? What do you guys think of it? Was Ancestral Knowledge good, or... Why does it say Mommy? Was that a voice line from it? 2 stars? Yeah, I remember it being alright, because just card draw was valuable, but... Shaman was never good. Yeah, I remember it being okay. Maybe a little bit better than okay. Yeah. Right, because Shaman struggles with card draw. Yeah. But just looking at the card, it's like you pay 4 mana, right, for draw 2, which is like, eh. This should still be really nutty. Like... 2 mana 3/4, so it just destroys basically every 2-drop, right? So you play this, you get a free kill, and yeah, you're overloaded, but then you play 2-drop after it, it's like whatever. So yeah, Totem Golem was a true tear both in Constructed and Arena for a long time. I guess Shaman wasn't that good, but if you did hit it on 2 and... Is that 1-drop back, chat? The 1-drop, what's the name of it? Trog? Something Trog? What? You guys know the card I'm talking about. Yeah, Tunnel Trog. Trog is not in? Okay, thank God. Okay, alright. Because that card was... Okay, alright. Yeah, so this is back. Elemental Destruction. Deal 4 to 5 damage to all minions at Overload 5. So... I don't really like that this is a card. It's just... It's kind of like Scheme, right? But it's like a worse Scheme. But you can use it instantly when you draw it, right? Was this good? I wouldn't say this card was good, but every now and then you lose to it, and it would be kind of tilting because you're like, what the hell? Where did that come from? Like, I remember having them generate it, I want to say, from like a mechanic, and then you're like, what the heck? Where did that come from? But yeah, it's a big comeback card, so it's not terrible. It was good IMO. I think on average it was kind of, I would say maybe a little bit above average, but it's hard to evaluate it. Yeah, well, again, I get the epic thing, so we don't know. Healing Wave, terrible. We don't need to talk about this card. Just don't take it. Oops. So this card back in the day, oh man. So before they nerfed it, it used to summon any totem. It would just summon a totem. A random totem. And so you would get like Totem Golem from it, or you would get Flame Tongue from it, and it was like one of the worst feelings ever. Now it's like with a basic totem, I don't think it's very good, right? Yeah, Mana Tide too. Yeah. 3 mana. So you're paying for a 3/2 and a totem. That's not terrible. It's like below average, but not terrible, I would say. But this thing was, I remember. Like, I just remember, it brings back the feels, I gotta say. Like, I remember people playing it, and just the feeling in my heart, like, oh, please don't do me like this, you know? And then the totem golem pops out, and you're like, no! Alright. Okay. Charged Hammer. So again, Epic, we didn't see it all that much, but Death Rattle, your hero becomes deal 2 damage. It was pretty... It was slower at the time, right? The meta was slower, but it was pretty good. Because I remember, like, you just swing in with it to get to the damage, to the hero power a little bit faster, and... Yeah, it was pretty decent, right? The meta remains tempo, it's trash. I don't know if I'd say it's trash, though. Because... Okay, yeah, on turn 4 when you play it, it's slow. But then you have that weapon for 3 more turns, and then you get to upgrade a hero power if you live. So I still think it's okay. Yeah, I think it's okay. Draenei Totem Carver. Gain +1/+1 for each friendly totem. I don't think this worked very often. In theory, it should be above average because you just need 1 totem for it to be, you know, overstated. But because people kill totems so much, like, you generally don't leave them up anyways. I think this was, like, fine. But I remember normally playing as a 4-mana 4/4. Yeah. Because people kill totems is just a little bit worse. Oh, boy. This is kind of a win more card from what I remember. Because it's a bit expensive. Like, and again, it's the same thing with Shaman, right? Like, buffing the totems, it's like, people kill totems. So, if you have totems, I mean, you have to kill it, right? Like, it's one of those cards you see and you have to kill it. But if the meta is fast, I don't know how good Thunderbluff Valiant's going to be. I don't know. Because, like, 7 mana, right? To play it, effectively. It's a really good win-more card? Yeah. Yeah, it gets out of control quickly if you're ahead. This card was just good as a 7-drop from what I remember. So, a 7-drop, you play a 3/6 and a let's say on average a 2/2. That's not that great, right? Conjurer's Calling can now even inspire cards. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Murloc Knight. Yeah. But I think the my biggest takeaway from Shaman here is you want to kill totems again because you don't want to have this hit. Wonder how they'll bucket it. I mean, it's definitely above average because it can be a win condition, but I don't think it's like insane. I don't think it will be insane in the meta. Too slow. Way too slow. I remember, like, you don't see it much, but it's just too slow. You pay a 6 mana 4/4. It was too slow. It does buff your hand, though. But I still think it's too slow. Alright. Warlock. What is that? Chat, what the hell is that? What am I looking at? This is terrible. It's really bad. So the idea is you get like an early Void Walker out and then you buff it, right? But then you still ramp your opponent and it's like, because compare it to Demon Fire, right? Demon Fire, you get one less buff, but it can also be used as removal and it doesn't ramp your opponent. This has to be one of the worst cards ever printed. Okay. Oh, what was the voice line? Tiny in size, full of evil, or something like that. This is a great voice line. You'll remember me saying this when it comes back. I remember the voice line being great. What was it? Oh, small in size, huge and evil, something like that. Okay, yeah. Rarely did the effect matter, but it's good. Like a 2 mana 3/2 is fine. Maybe it's a little bit worse with Hogsea being around, but yeah. Okay, Wrathguard. I'm trying to think what cards... Like, Meteor's not back. You can't, like, Meteor it and destroy someone. So, it's overstated, but I remember it being... Like, I think it was okay. Because normally you play it early, and then, it would get, like, a free kill, right? Yeah, exactly. Better than normal 2-drop. That's what I remember, too. Like, it was a little bit better than a normal 2-drop. But, yeah. Don't be afraid, chat. Don't be scared. It's terrible. I remember it. It's terrible. Chat will try to tell you it's not terrible. It's terrible. But Dreads, no. It's way too freaking slow. But Dreads, no. Though chat will say it's Danksteed. That's what chat would call this card. Don't. No. No. The fist. Oh, I have a golden fist. I have 2 golden fists. Terrible. Awful. Like, horrible. It's random enemy deal. It's just terrible. Okay. Ooh, Dark Bargain. So once again, Epic. I know I've said a lot. Epic, we didn't see it that much back in the day. It's one of those big swing cards, though. Like, I don't know if I would say it's good, but swing cards are powerful. I remember this hitting and being insane in some games. We're having trouble to say how good it is. Yeah, because it's a polarizing card. Because you need to have a good setup from your opponent for it to be good. And you need to have either like an empty hand or be able to tap and refill a lot. So it's like... Yeah, I think it's... average. Maybe a little bit above average, but... Not sure about this one. Because you also have to remember, like, if it's going to be a faster meta and a lot of spread and stuff, then how often are you going to be able to, like, isolate the perfect circumstance, right? You're probably going to be taking, like, a 50-50 or something. If at best, for it to be good. Alright, Void Crusher. Destroy a random minion for each player. So if this read, destroy a random minion for... And it can kill itself, right? I believe it can. If you play this as the only minion on your board, it will die. Think. Not very good. Not very good. Yeah. Okay, I remember correctly then. Cards you draw from your hero power cost 0. Shit, I don't even remember someone playing this card against me. It seems too slow, right? Like, you have to... Let's say you play it on turn 8. You play this in tap and you only play a 4/4. Yeah. Because it was shit. Yeah, I think it was pretty bad. Alright, Fearsome Doomguard. This was a... Was this around when Voidcaller was around? I want to say it was. Because I have like these memories in my brain of this thing getting pulled out from Voidcaller. And it was like, oh god, that crappy card is now good. But it's too slow. From what I remember, like, it was just a bit too slow. Compared to... So it's like a Boulder Fist Ogre with 1 more health and a Demon Tag. Like, it was a bit too slow. Oh yeah, Bane of Doom and stuff too. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, Warrior. Alex Strauss' Champion. This card was normally a 2-mana 2/3. But it's 2/3s should be pretty good right now, I want to say. And, you know, so even just on its own, it's fine. Oh, you get charge. You can go face. Oh. If you do have a dragon. But I don't know how many dragons there are going to be. I did get memed by this at some point. It's not good. It's a bad card, but I remember getting memed by it. But it's bad. Don't draft it. Sparring Partner. This card, I really like this card. So it's a 2-mana 3/2, which is fine. And you could do some cool things with it. Like, you give a minion that you want to kill on like an enemy minion taunt to be able to kill it and stuff. So it's just, there's a lot of uses for it. So yeah, it's a 2-mana 3/2 with a... It's not like big upside, but it's definitely... I would say the effect is more often positive than not. So, yeah. Bash. Deal 3 damage, gain 3 armor. I believe it... I remember it being, like, the ultimate average card. Like, it was okay. You know, this is, again, before the bucket system. So you would take it over crap cards, and you wouldn't take it over, like, really good cards. But it was fine, right? Yeah. Do I have a Golden King's Defender? I don't. Okay. Strictly better Fiery War Axe. But yeah, I mean, it is. If you have a minion with taunt, gain +1 durability. So if you happen to play Sparring Partner on 2 into this, it's really insane. And on its own, it's a Fiery War Axe, right? So this is good. Very good. You know what's funny? And this is how times change. I remember back in the day, this was like a... What the hell is that? I'll just get a War Axe. It costs 1 more mana than War Axe? Why the hell would I play with this? But now the War Axe is gone. Well, okay, I shouldn't gone. That's too harsh. Nerfed. It's like, wait, what is it? What's this King's Defender? How you doing? So, yeah, it's good. I almost never remembering this doing anything. The effect. So I think this is like a 3-mana 3/3. It was just like, you need to have the mana to inspire. And the thing about... Okay, so this is kind of obvious to think about, but... Inspire in a class where the hero power does nothing in Arena... Okay, not nothing, but, you know, it doesn't do much, isn't going to be very good, right? Like, you don't want to take 2 mana to armor up. To get 1 attack on your weapon, so it's pretty bad. Magnetor Alpha. Again, didn't see it much. Also damages the minions next to whomever he attacks. 4 mana 5/3. Wait, that's kind of scary. I mean, it dies to a lot, but... Positioning, huh? Yeah, I remember it just... I think I remember just kind of dying, right? Yeah. It never attacks. Oh, Sweeping Strikes is still around. Yeah, Sweeping... I guess Sweeping Strikes is kind of better, but... Yeah, okay, it's too understated. I agree. Maybe that's why I don't remember it doing much, because it just doesn't get to attack. Sea Reaver. When you draw this, deal 1 damage to your minions. Well, that sucks. Why would I want to... I mean, the idea is for constructed, right? Like, it's going to like hit your acolytes or some crap. So it's a really... I don't want that in my deck, like, ever. Okay, good talk. Oh, God. This one was pretty good. It's a bit slow, but I think I remember this card being good. So draw 3 cards. Put any minions you drew directly onto the battlefield. Because you're paying 3 mana to draw 3 and put anything you put into the onto the board. It's pretty good, right? Original Boom Ship, yeah. All right, the neutrals. Try to go through them fairly quick. Oh, the truth is, like, you'll see a lot more of the neutrals in any of these class cards in Arena. Jouster. The rule of Jouster is it always hits for your opponent and wins in the game, and for you, it's a 1-mana 1/2. Right? Isn't that how we all remember it? So, yeah. Like, if it's a tempo meta, you'll probably take it for the chance to high roll it. But, yeah, it's an annoying card. Joust is just a bad mechanic. It really is. Like, cards like this, and we'll get to the taunt one coming up soon. It's just like, ugh. So, Cavaldier Raider. Wait, that's not the card. Dreads, let's try that again. Restart. Injured Cavaldier. Cavaldier Raider's a totally different card. We'll see it later. It's a 1-mana 2/1, but there's heal synergy with it, right? So it's kind of like Injured Blade Master. So in Priest, it gets a little bit of a bump. We will have the 4-drop from Rise of Shadows, right? Coming back. Or it'll still be there, so you can have some synergy with that. Generally it's a 1-mana 2/1, which is, okay. And in some classes, it's a bit of a bump. Lowly Squire. Inspire. Gain +1 attack. Was good in Rogue, right? I remember Rogue, you liked this card. In most other classes, it was kind of meh. Like, in Mage, it was, like, okay. But, yeah. I don't remember it being a card that I worried about all that much. Yeah, it's kind of meh. Yeah. Tournament Attendee. I think this card had a cool voice line, but that was the coolest thing about it. I don't think it was very good. I mean, it's a taunt, I guess. It's a 2/1 taunt. It's fine. It's okay. Not too much to discuss. However much you value a cheap taunt, right? Oh, yeah, best suits ever. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. This was pretty bad. Right, chat? I don't feel like I saw it all that much, but I'm pretty sure it was pretty bad, right? Bad, but playably bad. I saw it here and there. Yeah. It's like we're playing a game with voice lines in chat. Yeah. But sometimes you had to take it. Yeah. I mean, with the bucket system, you might, again, all depends on the buckets, but this card was good. I remember this one being good. So it's a 2-mana 3/2, Inspire, gain +1 health. So most of the time it's a 3-mana or 2-mana 3/2, which is fine. But sometimes that did matter. So this card was quite good. Oh, no. Dude, because of how much Arena I guess I do think I play this. I thought I played this one less, but I guess I still played a lot because I remember Flame Juggler. Because this card is like, okay, so just think of it this way. Your opponent plays a 2/1 on 1. You play this on turn 2, and it's basically a 50-50 to like just kind of win the game. I don't like this design of this card. It's bad for Arena. It's just not it's super strong though. Like you take it pretty much every time. Well, again, I can't say that because we don't know about the bucket, but it's very, very good, right? You can use your hero power twice a turn. Very rarely did this matter. Of course, the idea is you play this with like the Inspire cards, but it was epic. So again, we might see it a bit more now. But still, I mean, it's a 2-mana 2/3, so it's like it's fine, right? It only has upside, right? So it's above average, right? Slightly above average. Not very good, right, chat? Do you guys remember? I want to say Lance Carrier was like a little bit underwhelming. Yeah. 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 Okay. Yeah. I mean, I guess, yeah, you're talking about abusive at that time was really good, but... Yeah. Really good. I don't have a golden one of this? What the hell? Really? Will it be as good? Is it so it's like I'm just thinking about Hinge Clan Hogsteed. So Hinge Clan Hogsteed is 1 mana cheaper, and you get a 1/1 instead of a 2/1. So I would say Hinge Clan Hogsteed is a better, but this can go face. But this can go face. But yeah, I would say that Hogsteed is still a little bit better than this, right? But it's good. Yeah, yeah. This was a pretty annoying card to use. I remember, like, you want to hero power something, it's like, well, you have to put it back in your hand. Yeah. Yeah, it's not very good. Dragonhawk Rider. Inspire. Gain Wind Fury this turn. From what I remember, this card rarely did much. Because it's a 3 mana 3/3, so its stats aren't that good. I very rarely remember losing to this card. Because, like, just think about these type of cards. You play this on turn 3, like, you're going to play a 4-drop. Or, sorry, you're going to play a 2-drop and ping and hit him for 6. It's like, how is that going to really work? Might be fine with more arms. Well, you mean extra arms? I think, like, everything is going to be, better with that, right? Like, that card's just going to be good. A shitty Flappy Bird. Alright, Spider Tank. Whenever you target this minion with a spell, deal 3 damage to a random enemy. So pretty insane effect. But it's a legendary, and a lot of classes don't even have a way to target it, so. Fencing Coach. Okay, this card, one thing to note about this card is you can bank the hero power. So you can play it on turn 3, and let's say you're a paladin, right? And then you can wait until turn 4 to play your Murloc Knight and then hero power, right? That's like the ideal situation. So like it has Inspire synergy, but it wasn't good, right? Like it was, I want to say it was average to maybe a little bit below average, probably below average, but it wasn't like unplayable. Because it's kind of like an Ironforge Rifleman, right? Let's say for Mage, which is not good. So, another Spider Tank. Whenever you target this minion with a spell, gain Divine Shield. But yeah, most of the time it's just a 3 mana 3/4, which is fine. Ice Rager. Wow, that card art is cool. Look at that. Wow. Wow. Oops, I hit the mic. Bad, right? Like not as good as the 5/1, or not as bad as the 5/1, but it was pretty bad. It was kind of okay. Like, below average, though, right? I mean, it gets hog-steeded. A 2-drop is going to kill this and leave a 1-drop, 1/1 behind, right? Yeah. Yeah. Battlecry, Silence Demon. You know, I remember this hitting on Voidcaller, and that felt great. But generally, it's a 3 mana 4/3, which is, mediocre. If you have a minion with spell damage, gain +2/+2. Do we have any notable spell damage minions coming back? This is bad. I remember it being bad too. It's also, epic, but I remember it being bad. Too hard to make work, right? Yeah, this never works, I promise. Yeah. This card was interesting. So the idea of Saboteur is like you play it and then deny ping, like from a mage. So, or let's say a rogue who doesn't have the dagger equipped. So it has uses, and I like this card. It can reward some strategic play. Obviously, if you have no other 3-drop, you just drop it. But yeah, let's put a kink in their plans. Yeah. Oh yeah, mess up Hunter, let's say, because they can't like hero power with it or whatever. Silent Knight. Shush. Why do I just remember all the voice lines? Did this expansion just have god tier voice lines? I don't think the expansion was great, but I remember a lot of these voice lines. So yeah, Silent Night was all right, right? Like an okay card, maybe average, like kind of the ultimate average card. But he gets a buff in like Paladin and stuff, right? Buff because you have buff cards. Whoops. Silverhand Regent. So this card was a lot better in classes that have a useful hero power. So obviously like Warrior. I mean, all the Inspire is just terrible for Warrior. But like I remember in Mage it could be like kind of annoying. So I think it's fine. But I remember Mage and Rogue. It was like okay. Oh, Shit Horse. Do you guys remember Shit Horse? I remember Shit Horse. It's bad. It's really bad for you. But then when your opponent plays it, it gets charged and gives them lethal. But it's bad. It's really bad. And it felt like it never triggered. Okay. I don't have a crowd favorite. Crowd favorite was okay. Like there were enough Battlecry cards where like you could get some value from it. And a 4-mana 4/4 isn't the end of the world, so it's okay, right? Like it's not a good card, but it's like it's all right. Yeah, I'm Drop Dead Gorgeous or something like that. No, I think that's this one. I think it's this one. No? Thought it was. Okay. Heckler. Wait, what is it? What is his voice line? You smell like a leper gnome. Your mother's a murloc or something like that. This card's good. Oh, so it's just that your mother was a murloc one? That one? Okay. Okay. That's a voice line. Stop doing the D colon face. It's good. It's a 4-mana 5/4, and the taunt is nice, right? It does die to Bomb Lobber, which I think we're getting back, I want to say. Frigid Snowballed. It's bad, but in certain classes it can kind of be okay. Like Mage, I'm just thinking about like with Mage if you have Shooting Star and things, Expel, class like that. But in general, it's a below average card. Oh, Gormok. I remember taking Gormok in some Zoo decks. It's not good. It's pretty hard to get to trigger. Like, you have to be pretty far ahead for it to trigger. But, yeah, every now and then you get mean by it. Maiden of the Lake. So Maiden of the Lake was below average. But in something like Mage, it was kind of okay. Like, being able to play and ping on turn 5, like, it was all right. But, below average, I'd say. Funnel cakes? Get your funnel cakes here. Fine, right? It's better in defensive classes, obviously, because you both restore health. But, yeah, it's a fine card. Tournament Medic. Oh, horrible. Awful. Like, one of the worst. Don't take it. They'd have to have a really bad bucket for you to take this. Don't do it. Twilight Guardian, Battlecry. If you're holding a dragon, gain +1 attack and taunt. It's going to be hard to trigger, I think. Generally, it's a 4-mana 2/6, which is pretty bad. Yeah, it's got to be below average. If it procs, it's good, right? But it's still not even like, oh my god, a 3/6 taunt, Yeah. Clockwork Knight. Give a friendly mech +1/+1. Will this be much better? Because, again, there will be more mechs. I still don't think it gets that much of a bump, right? What do you guys think? You think it will be a lot? Like, I don't know. I still am not big on 5/5s. It was decent before. It was all right. I remember, like, sometimes it did stuff. So what would you guys give this out of 5 stars? I would say... Oh, no. Then we're going to have, like a 2.5 or 3. You think, or would you think it would be higher than that? Bill, you guys think it would be like a 3? Okay, 3.5? Yeah, sure, I could see 3.5. It's not a 4, though, right? I keep trying to grab a straw. Yeah, I think it's worse than the Yeti in my opinion. All right. I enjoy raiding. This was pretty good in Mage. I know, like a lot. I mean, Inspire Mage just has a good hero power, right? It was a snowball card. Could be a win condition. A little understated the turn you play it. So the turn you play it, you play a 7-mana 6/6, but it was pretty good. Definitely above average. Mookless Champion. So Mookless Champion, it depends a lot on the class. Like it's like I think a lot of people remember losing to this card, but like in Mage or off the Priest off the board classes, it's it can be insane, but it depends on the class. So what I'm saying is like it's not an auto pick in every class. Oh, how are they gonna bucket this one though? It's a neutral, which means they won't rebucket it. So hopefully what they'll do is over bucket this card. Like bucket it for like Paladin, Shaman, those classes. Like on that tier, because I don't want people to be able to pick this up for like free in Paladin. Like, that's gonna be brutal. So fun card, 5-mana 4/5. It's Inspire, add a random spell to your hand. It's a fun card. It's good. You know, it's a good card, but it's slow and it's a legendary. You won't see it that much. The original 5-mana 5/6. It should still be solid, right? Like the 1 health really matters a lot. Again, with Dalaran Crusader. Like I've been picking a lot of Secret Agent coming through right now, and it still seems like that stat line is just quite good. So yeah, this is the original. For anyone who wonders why we call them Pit Fighters, this is it right here. Recruiter, bad. That's all I remember, bad. It doesn't add the 2/2 Squire to your board. It gives it to your hand. And then you have to... I think the Squire was 1 mana, but still. Was it 1 mana or 2 mana? I think it was 1. But even with that, it was just bad. Yeah. Yeah, I think 1 mana, but it's not good. It's just a bad card. We don't. It's terrible. We don't need to talk about that one. Okay, it's really like okay. All right, anyways, Grand Crusader was good at the time. It was pretty good. I think it should still be pretty good, right? Because you're paying 1 mana to get a Paladin card, and sure, there's some crappy ones like Secrets, but there are also some pretty damn good ones. So I think it should be good. Right? Like, you don't want to play it on curve, but it's not the end of the world if you have to. Yeah. Yeah, very good, maybe. Yeah. How good was Justicar? Depend on the class, right? And even if it was in a good class, it was still too slow from what I remember for Arena, right? Like Mage, you know, you think, okay, it's going to be good, but it wasn't that good, because you have to play a 6/3. I don't know. I think it was too slow, and it should be, I think it will still be too slow. All I remember is, or something like that. It's like the sound of the Kodo. This one was freaking scary. Like, you might look at it and be like, oh, it's so expensive, but it's only, like, the first turn you play it, right? So you pay 8 mana for 2 3/5s, but that's not even that bad, right? Like, 8 mana for 2 3/5s. That's not that bad, and if you can't kill it, you just lose. And this was literally... And yeah, and you get a hero power. If you can't kill Coda Rider, you will lose. Yep. You'll lose to this one too, but you just won't know when it's going to happen. This card is very polarizing. So it has a Joust effect, and if you win the Joust, you get Divine Shield and Taunt. And a 6 mana 5/6 Divine Shield and Taunt is a much better Sunwalker. So if it wins it, it's still really broken, and if it loses it, it's pretty weak, right? So yeah, I don't know I don't know how. Again, it depends on the bucket. Like if it's in a bad bucket, you'll take it for the chance. But if it's in a good bucket, you'll just never take it. So, card was everything wrong with early Charizard. Yeah, even the art is that meh. No offense, Penny Arcade. I didn't. Okay, Mogris Champion, terrible. Absolutely terrible. You pay 6 mana for this, and then it hits the wrong thing. It's awful. All right. Sideshow Spellator. 6 mana, 6/5, Battlecry, copy your opponent's hero power. Almost never saw it. Obviously, if you have a good hero power, like you don't want to take it as a mage, or probably not often as a rogue. If you're a warrior, then all of a sudden this might be really good, right? Like I do remember taking it warrior and be like, let's go. Okay. The Skeleton Knight, Death Rattle. Reveal a minion in each deck. If yours costs more, return this to your hand. It was bad. I remember it being very bad. It's a legendary, so. Captured Jormonger. 7 mana, 5/9. So, this is, like, this card has good stats. Or, I would say it's average, maybe slightly above average stats. It's not bad. 9 health is a lot. But it doesn't have taunt, and so it's like kind of the same thing where like if you drop this, it's it wasn't. I remember it not being that good because it's just doesn't have enough impact when you play it. Okay, at the time, not anymore. Yeah, I think it would even be like I think it's even slower. Like it would be too slow right now, right? Yeah. Chilma. Same thing. When you have it. That when you play the card, you'll never have a dragon in hand. When they play the card, they'll have a dragon in hand. I don't think there will be enough dragon synergy for this to be that good. It's a legendary. But, yeah. That's a card, if you're wondering what it is. Sky Captain Crag, again, 7 mana, 4/6 charge. It's pretty weak, right? Like, I remember taking it if it was up against, like, really crap legendaries. Because it still could be some reach, but it's not good. Ice Owl. Dude, just look at this card and compare it to Fist. Like, you get 1 more attack and 1 more health, but you never can go face with it. Do you realize that? Ever. Like, you can't, this thing doesn't, unless you silence it. So, it was pretty bad. From what I remember, it was really bad. Was it good back in the day? I don't even think it was good back in the day. But now it's not good. Hey, Ice Owl eats Fist. Yeah, Tempo Fist. Okay. Yes, our good old Sploosher is back. Sploosh. That was the sound of it, like it's battle cry. Kraken's very good. It should still be very good. It was a great card for counter lethal. Like they set up lethal. They have like a 5/4 on the board. Let's say you kill it and you develop a 9/7, and all of a sudden now you're threatening lethal. So yeah, very good, very good. Almost never seen. Frost Giant was like, yeah, almost never seen, and it's yeah, meh. Okay, we did the grand tournament. I want to leave GVG for last, so I guess next we'll do Karazhan. Let's do Karazhan. Wait, that's all Oh, it's an adventure. I was like, why aren't there any cards here? Okay, I'm gonna pee real quick. No ads, but I'm gonna pee real quick. You guys can talk about these beautiful druid cards. Be right back. fuck, I'm muted. Sorry if I miss any hellos, by the way, because I'm kind of want to get through this. And then we can all chat, okay? Alrighty. Karazhan, prepare your Firelands portals. No, not now. Now is not what I'm catching up on hellos. Later, okay? Not right this... Okay. Enchanted Raven. Really, really, really good. Really, really good. I don't know what beast synergy we'll have with this. Like, we aren't going to have the +2/+2 draw card, right? That's going to be gone. I'm thinking about early beast synergy, but a 1-mana 2/2 with the beast tag, and it's just really, very strong. Yeah, Mark of Yashiraj. That's not going to be there. But, yeah, it's just very good, right? On its own. Najere Warden. Battlecry. Choose a friendly beast, summon a copy of it. So you only... This card is definitely a feels bad way to lose. I'm starting to worry about this this meta. I gotta tell you guys, like, there have been quite a few cards where I've looked at and I'm like, oh, I remember losing that way, and that felt bad. This is another one where it's like, yeah, it won't happen that often, but they play a beast and they copy it, and then they develop another 5/5, and you just lose, and it'll feel kind of bad. So you got to kill everything again. It does seem that way. Yeah. Bad compared to Gloop Sprayer. So Gloop Sprayer, you pay 1 more mana. It's... I would say it's... On average, it will be worse than that card. But I wouldn't say it's, like, a lot worse. Right? Okay, Moonglade Portal. This card isn't bad. It was a pretty fair card, I would say. Like, obviously, the ideal way to use it is to heal your minion and then summon something with it, right? Like, you get the heal value. But it was fine. Like, not great, but fine. Card is... Oh, that's true. Yeah, we have the Heal Druid synergy now. Yeah, that's a good point. It will make it better. That might actually be... Maybe Heal Druid will be a thing. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, these cards. So Catrick, again, another secret you're going to have to keep in mind. After opponent casts a spell, summon a 4/2 Panther with stealth. So, and it's after. So it's not when, as in it would like kill it. Like the Panther will come by after Flame Strike or whatever, right? Crafted Golden, meh. It starts on Monday, Double Zo. Soon, very soon. Kindly Grandmother. Oh, I guess I should say how I think it is. I think it's okay. Like this card was fine, right, guys? Like maybe like average. Because like how often? Sometimes people just won't cast a spell and then it just doesn't do anything, right? Yeah, I would say it's a below average card, but for a secret, it's probably fine. Like an okay secret. Yeah. Oh, yeah, if they haven't used a coin, that's a good point. Yeah. Kindly Grandmother. Good. Really good. Like, this card is good for a lot of reasons. Like, it has the beast tag on the 1/1, so obviously, like, if you ignore it, then they can get beast synergy on this half of it. And if you kill it, it's just giving it so much value. So, very, very, very good card. Cloud Huntress, another very good card. So, 3 mana 3/4 with the text, your secrets cost 0. If you just hit 1 secret, it's insane. Right? Turn 3, play this. Yeah, I hope they bucket this one fairly. As in, really in a high bucket, because... Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I gotta say, I like all these cards. Oh, I mean, I enjoy playing with them. Babbling Book. Add a random mage spell to your hand. So a 1/1 that gives you a mage spell, really good. Like, super strong. Medivh's Valet. It's generally just a 2-mana 2/3, but that's fine, right? Good, fine stats, and if this hits, this can go face too, by the way. Like, it can be disgusting. So, very, very good. And, of course... Good old Firelands Portal. Yeah. So, question. Do you guys think this card got better or worse? I think it's going to be about the same. Like, still really strong, right? Because I don't know if the pool of 5-drops has gone way up or gone way down. Like, on 10 mana, you can use it with Conjurer's Calling or whatever. There's no Doomguard? Well, yeah, that's true. No Bomb Squad or Doppel? Yeah, like, what are the really bad 5-drops? Yeah, Doomguard was a real tilting one for this. Are there any more charges on 5 right now? What do you take, Firelands or Conjurers? I think Conjurers. Conjurers is so stupid. I don't think there's a card I would take over that card right now. Oh yeah, Leroy. Leroy's still around. Yeah. Yeah, but it's, it's super top tier. Like, this will be in the Conjurer's Flame Strike bucket. Should better be. On to Paladin. Pretty bad. Not enough Dragon Synergy, and I don't think we're going to have enough. So, it's a bad card. It's very below average. This card was... I would say for a buff card, it was kind of meh. Like, but buff cards tend to be really good. But it's overall, I would say it's a good card. Like an above average card, but it's not, it's not like insane. Because you can low roll the 2-drop, and +2/+2 sometimes isn't really enough. But it's good. Ivory Knight. I like this card. It might be a little slow for this meta, though. So you discover a spell, and you get health equal to the cost. So it also gives some information to your opponent when you play it. Although I do remember playing it like at full health or close to full health. So it restores you to full, or does it restore health, and they don't really know. But yeah, it's a good value card, but I think it's going to be too slow right now. The best that card did was Steed. Was Steed around for this card? I don't remember that. That's disgusting. Thank God that's not around right now. All right. Yeah. I mean, do we need to talk about this one? It's really bad. Like, yeah, there will be like the 4-drop, the big 4-drop that you can silence, but and there will be Soldier of Fortune. So it might be. I think Purify will be better now than it used to be, but it's still really bad. Okay, Priest of the Feast, very good. Just it's a 4-mana 3/6. That's a premium stat line, and sometimes it will save you. Like, so it's very good. Not like busted, but very good. It's just another card. Again, we've gone through a few of these, but this is one of those that feels bad to lose to. And I think the risk with this card is worth it most of the time. Like, it's definitely above average. And it can just, like, win you the game, right? So, yeah, good. It's a good card. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Swashing time, chat. Super premium. Really, really good. I hope it's not so overbucketed that I can't take it. Like, I don't want to have to choose between this and, like, a sap. But it's really good. Insane. Fork? Okay, so tell me what you guys thought of Fork. I was never a big fan of this card. I felt like it was a little weird with the Rogue hero power. Like, if it was in another class, it might have been really good. But because Rogue already has the dagger, it just felt kind of... Like, you have to play Understated and Minion on 3, and then if they know you have the weapon, and... Playable, below average, too slow. Crap. Yeah, I think it's... Fork is okay. Yeah, I think it's below average, but not, like, terrible, right? What is the weapon cost? Do you remember? Is it 2 or 3 mana? Oh, it's actually just a War Axe? Ah, like it literally is? Okay. Yeah, that doesn't seem very good. Yes, I used to hate it, and then it got a little bit better for me, but I still don't like it. Really good. And Peddler with this. Also, Burgle's going to be around. You know, it's a 5-mana 5/6, so, you know, premium stats. And then you get, like, you know, most of the time you won't reduce anything or maybe reduce one thing, but still, it's just really, really good. So, best dual class card? Yeah, of course. So, premium. Maelstrom Portal returns. Great. One of the best Shaman cards. 2 mana, deal 1.
Good day, mate. May I have a grunt, please?
2 mana, deal 1, and summon a random 1-cost minion. Really, really high tier card. Thanks so much, Corn Chippy. Absolutely. Thanks for the 21 months. Welcome back. Thank you. We're doing a little bit of a review. We're mostly through it, though. I think we have one more full expansion, right? Spirit Claws. What did these used to be? Was it 1 mana? Yeah, it was 1 mana, right? And then it was like, what the heck? Yeah. At 2 mana, it's pretty bad. Like, basically unplayable. Now, you know, it's one of those cards where I could see it being in the crap bucket and then picking it a decent amount. Because, a ping is valuable in a non-ping class, and, you know, if it's in a bad bucket, I might still take it. But, yeah, it's not good. It just depends. I feel like it will be in a bad bucket. Awful. Terrible. 4 mana 3/4. For that, if it's just, let's move on. Malchezaar's Imp. Whenever you discard a card, draw a card. 1 mana 1/3 demon. I think Malchezaar's Imp was pretty good, just because it was a, you know, that stat line for a 1-drop is good, and you know, then if you have to tempo a Soulfire or whatever, you do get a little bit of value back. So it's good. Yeah, it's still good for Genius and stuff. Yeah. Doesn't really work in Arena. Like, you generally were just playing a 3 mana 3/3. Yeah, it doesn't happen enough. Kara Kazam was good. It was a pretty good amount of stats. And, yeah, good, but not, like, broken, right? Yeah. I would say it was a little underrated at the time. But, yeah, it's a good card. Oh, God. XD. It's terrible. It's, like, horrible. Horrible. Don't do it. Fool's Bane. Unlimited attacks each turn, can't attack hero. So you can never go face with Fool's Bane. But it was good. It was really good back in the time and back in the day. But do you think it will still be great? Because I'm just looking at it compared to Sulthray's, right? And it's like with Sulthray's, that can go face. So, yeah, this comes down 1 turn earlier, but I mean, coming down 1 turn earlier doesn't matter a lot. It should still be good, but clean up the mechs. They've done a lot of damage by turn 5, though. Think it's still way above average? Yeah, I agree. This over Super Collider? No. No. Super Collider is, like, always the pick. Like, it's the best card. Definitely for Warrior. Ironforge Portal. Gain 4 armor, summon a random 4-cost minion. Bad, but you sometimes were forced to pick it. Like, I remember just because you'd be up against crap cards, and this is, again, pre-bucket system, but just sometimes you get 2 unplayable cards, and this would be there, and you take it. And it wasn't it wasn't the end of the world. But, yeah, it's not good. Alright, the neutrals. Arcane Anomaly. Slightly above average 1-drop. Gets more of a bonus in certain classes, like Priest with Powered Shield can be really good. Mage with a Frostbolt can be pretty good. So yeah, but generally it's a 1-mana 2/1. Does have the Elemental tag, by the way. Runic Egg. Bad. Okay, moving on. Ex-Girlfriend's coming back. There's a bit of a meme in the channel of this card. I love this card. Like, I love Discover and I love Dragons. So this is one of my favorite cards, I would say, of all time in Hearthstone. But I don't know if we'll get enough Dragon synergy to make it work. But I really like that card. Yeah, I know. There's no Blackrocks, not enough Dragons. I know. It makes me sad. So it's probably bad, right? Like, are there any Dragons, really? Like, where is this card going to be? Priest doesn't have them. Pally? I don't really want to play a 2-mana 1/3 in Paladin, though. Yeah, but Bookworm is like, eh. You need another dragon to trigger it. Twilight Guardian. Yeah, I don't think it'll be that good, but I like the card. This card is good. Very good. 2-mana 3/2 with Taunt. Again, I think these 3/2s do get hurt a bit by Henchclan Hogsteed. Like, they get a bit of a drop, but still good. Morose. So this card, on average, I would say it's a below average card. But, like, I remember losing to it because it just was on there for, like, 8. Like, you just couldn't kill it, and every turn it was a 1/1. What do you guys remember about this card? Was it good? Because I remember it being too slow sometimes, right? But if they don't have a way to kill it, then it's going to be disgusting. I don't know. I remember it being, like, mediocre. A little bit below average, but it can go off. Depends on the AoE in the meta. Yeah. There's no Flame Caller. No Volcanic Potion. It loses to Flare. Oh, boy. Terrible. I remember. Terrible. 2 1/3s are not good. Maybe it's a little bit better with lackeys around, but it was really bad at the time. Like, these just didn't... The 1/3s didn't do enough. It was bad, right? Yeah. You don't... I think this was terrible. I hated this card. Really? You guys think it was good? Whoa, okay. All right, okay. So, like, 2 stars? Yeah, it was terrible. Yeah, 1.5 at best. That's what I remember, too. Yeah, it's bad. Okay. Illusionist. Depends on the class. In Rogue, it's, like, really good. Like, super premium in Rogue or Warrior, right? Any class with weapons and take a lot of damage. Like this with Fool's Bane. I remember. They play this. Yeah, you can't kill it. Fool's Bane, like, everything's dead and they don't take any damage. So... Oh, yeah, Warlock, too. Yeah, good point. Yeah, Warlock with a tap. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yep. Zubat. Not good. It will hit once in a while randomly, but, yeah, a 3-mana 3/3, and, like, it won't hit that often. So it's definitely below average. It's a mech? Does that matter? Do you think that's enough to make it good? No. I still don't think it'll be very good. Yeah, it can't. So it can buff multiple things, right? It can. But, like, how is that going to happen? What dream world are you guys living in? I don't think this, like, 80% of the time it didn't hit anything. Will it hit 3 times an Amalgam? I don't think so. But Amalgam, is it even around anymore? I want to say that's gone. It only needs to hit once, but, well, it doesn't buff mechs, though. Like, it has a mech tag, but it doesn't buff mechs. It's Beasts, Dragons, and Murlocs. I don't think it'll be good. I think it'll be below average. Arcanosmith. Battlecry. Summon a 0/5 minion with taunt. On average, it was a bad card. But it could stop lethal here and there and be a little bit annoying. Like, it's not terrible, like unpickable, but I remember it being kind of mediocre. It was annoying, low-key good. I don't know if I'd say good, but it was annoying. Less bad than I thought initially. Yeah, that's fair. But it's still not good. Anyone play Wild? Barnes. In Arena, it very rarely hits. And you don't see it much because it's a legendary. But yeah, it's a dumb mechanic. Bad. 99% of the time, it's a 5-mana 3/6 without taunt. It's bad. Sure, in a secret class, maybe it gets a little bit of a bump, but it's bad. Menagerie Magician. Battlecry, give a random friendly beast dragon to Murloc +2/+2. I remember this card being surprisingly decent. Like, for some reason in my mind, I remember it being better than the 3-drop than this card. I don't know why, but I remember this hitting, and like when it hit, it had a bigger impact, just because it's +2/+2. Yeah. Really? You know, it was worse than Zubat? Damn, for some reason, maybe I was scarred by this card hitting and doing stuff, but it did more for me back then. But it's still not, it won't hit all that often, I don't think. Alright. Prince Malcazar. Very memey card, but good stats. 5-mana 5/6. But honestly, I think this will be even worse now than it was then. Because it's just like, yeah, it'll make your deck too slow, right? You've never had it? Wait, what? This was never draftable? No, it was. No, it 100% was. No, it definitely was. Yeah, it was. Because I remember like having multiple of these. Yeah. All right, Bookworm. I don't think it'll, this was pretty bad at the time. And I think it's even worse now because there's less dragons. Fake news. Oh, Moat Lurker. Wait, are any evolve effects around? Or did we lose all of them? We'll have Lackey evolves, I guess, but is that it? Mutate? Ugh, yeah. But yeah, we will have the 2-mana silence card, which will be good with this. Stormbringer. Oh, well, Conjurer's Calling doesn't really work, right? Like, in that way? Like, you still get the minion back, right? So you'd still get it would still come back. But generally, this is like kill a taunt. And it will probably be in a low bucket. So, it's not the worst. And for like a card that... I think it will be in a fairly cheap bucket. That's my guess. The Curator. 7-mana 4/6-drop Beast, Dragon, and Murloc from your deck. This was pretty good refill at the time. The fact that it's taunt is a big deal. So if you compare this to the other card that we have that's similar to it... it doesn't have taunt. What's the name of that card, guys? The 6/6, it draws Lifesteal, Death Rattle, or Rush, whatever. The fact that this thing has taunt makes a huge difference. Yeah, Ashmore, yeah. So. It, not super premium, but good. Quite good card. Medivh. Very polarizing. Like, certain classes, it could be good. Mage, but I think it will be a little bit slow, right? Yeah. I mean, yeah, you'll get mean with this and, like, Firelands Portal and stuff, right? But, yeah. Arcane Giant. No, it's not going to happen, right? Yeah. It ain't gonna happen. You remember this being really good? Yeah, but I'm just thinking like the meta's gonna be even faster now, so I don't know how good this is gonna be. Like good, above average legendary, but it just, you know, it depends on what it's up against. Okay. Boom. Is there only one left, right? Is Goblins versus Gnome the last one and then we've done all of them? I think so. Obviously we're not reviewing Rise of the Shadows. Yeah, we did Grand Tournament, Karazhan, and Boomsday. Okay. Yep. Alrighty. Oh man, this is like super nostalgia. Like this was the time where I really got into Arena. GVG was like the expansion that I got like super hooked. Some of the oldest cards in Hearthstone's existence. Alright, chat. Starting with Druid. Hey, thank you, Mocha Man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Anodized Robocub. Very, very good, right? So you get to choose if you want a 2-3 or a 3-2, which is really good. So, yeah. I think in this meta, you'll oftentimes be playing it as a 2-3. Right, on 2. Yeah, it's also a mech too. Yeah. Yep. You never saw Druids play with these cards, but you will. In less than a week. Grove Tender. Bad. You don't really want to give your opponents cards or ramp. This was a really bad card from what I remember. Man. And this is another card I just don't like the design of. Because it'll hit more often than you'd like. And a 5-mana 7/7 is just, you know, kind of insane. So, yeah, snakes. It had to be snakes. That's sound. On average, like I would say because of the high roll, it's probably slightly above average. But if it doesn't hit, it's pretty bad. You're playing a 5-mana 4/4, but it feels really bad to lose to. Bad, bad, bad. I actually didn't remember the specific text on this one. Summon 5 Wisps or give a minion +5/+5 and taunt. How good was this card? Seems pretty weak, right? Like 5 Wisps for that is awful. Yeah. Yeah, it's weak. It seems pretty bad. I do remember buffing to kill people with it, but yeah, playable but not good. That's what I remember too. Yep. Mech Bearcat. Quite good. So, this is the first time seeing spare parts. All right, chat. What are the spare parts? Let's remember together. There's +1 attack. There's +1 health. There's a freeze. I forget if it... I think it can freeze anything. But I'm not sure. It's either anything or just a minion. There's the Rewinder, which returns something to your hand. Is that all of them? Oh, there's also the Swap. Swap attack and health. Is that one of them? Oh, Stealth. Stealth and Taunt. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. So, like, the tier list is... You can generally... Like, Rewind is good for value. Attack and health, I would say, are the best ones for, like, the board. And then... But the Stealth can be useful for going for lethal and stuff. It's freeze a minion? Okay. I didn't remember. Okay. Freeze a minion. Yeah. Holy shit, Rewind with lackeys? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, spare parts are good, but they're much more fair than lackeys. So. Swap was probably best. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's probably the biggest swing. Yeah. Okay, anyways, this card's good. Like, because oftentimes it will get you 2 spare parts. Will get a free kill, or it will take multiple minions to kill it. It's annoying to kill, too, because you know you're giving them all that. And if you don't kill it, it's aggressively statted, like you take 7. So, very good card. And it's got the mech tag. Oh, boy. People are going to be, like, magnetizing this thing. Oh, God. Right? Like, they're going to play this and then play War Gear. Okay. Oh, crap. I had a golden. Why were we looking at that pleb Mech Bearcat? Oh, my God. Beautiful. Look at that thing. Recycle. Recycle was... So we get Mulch back too. We already saw that, right? This is a worse version of that. Like, you take it and you put it in your deck, but generally use it for removal. So it was pretty bad from what I remember. But it's not... Well, I mean, it's not... It's just not as good as Mulch, right? It's not terrible. And for a class without removal... Because I'm thinking about compared to, like, Siphon, right? It's not that bad. Seems okay. Yeah. I wonder how they'll bucket this one. Malorn. Generally, you just play a 7-mana 9/7, which is okay. Like, the stats of it are fine. It's a legendary. No need to talk about it much. It's a fine legendary. Damn it. Now we're going to have people do the, well, what if he has Tree of Life, forehead, Omega Lul, eyeglass, spying out of... damn it. It's a terrible card, but chat would just love to, like, meme about it. It's the worst. Yeah, I know you guys will. On to Hunter. Call Pet. Terrible. Awful. Draw a card if it's a beast, it costs 4 or less. Because if you had a beast, sure, it's good. But in every other case, you're paying 2 mana. And even if you hit a beast, oftentimes the beasts are cheap. So it's just bad. It's just really bad. Speaking of bad. Way too situational for Arena. And kind of a creepy artwork, too. Oh, baby, we get Glibzuka back. Disgusting. Like, really gross card. Because, you know, Hunter plays a lot of 1-drops. So... What I remember the most about this card is you coin out a 2/3 with this in your hand. And then, like, if they play a 2/3, you free kill it with your minion after you equip it. If they play a 3/2, then you make your 2/3 a 3/3 and then kill with your face. So, yeah. Very, very, very good. I think the new weapon is better. Wait, which new weapon? This was fine. Your hero power can target minions. Pretty good, right? Kind of like a Fire Plume Phoenix, but you can use it for multiple turns. Quite strong card. Yeah, again, epic, so you didn't see it much. Yeah. I never felt like Glaivezuka was amazing. People said it was... What? This card was insane. What? Ooh. This used to be bad. And I think it probably still is below average, but 2 attack is a lot. And we're gonna have a decent amount of mechs, so... I still don't think it's gonna be that good. It's true, it does work with the bombs. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the bomb, like bomb toss and stuff. Oh, I have the golden one? Thanks. So probably better than then, but still not good. That would be my thought. Cobra Shot. This was removed from Arena for a while, correct? I want to say it was. Because they thought it was too bad, but it really wasn't that bad. Because, like, you get face damage and removal, right? So, I still don't think Cobra Shot is, like, good. Especially with some of the other cards we have now. Like, compared to Mark Shot or whatever. But it's not terrible, right? Like, it's a fine card. This was generally bad. It was... Like, it's bad. It takes too much to make it decent. So. Cobra Shot is trash. I mean, this is more trash than Cobra Shot. It's not close. Right? Way better. This card than that. I think. Gazrilla. You know. It's an aggressive minion. But. Yeah, you won't see it that much. It's fine. Oh, Chugga. Alright, whoa, we're skipping ahead. Flame Cannon. Really good. And I see no reason why Flame Cannon wouldn't still be really good, right? 2 mana, deal 4. It hits stealth. It's very, very strong card. And Snow Chugger. Snow Chugger is another card, although, I mean, it's got great art and the sounds are good. I don't like the design of it. Because it like, if you're playing Warrior or Rogue or even Druid to some extent, it can just, like, having this thing stick can just lock you out of the game. And that shouldn't happen. Like, a 2-drop shouldn't be able to do that. But, anyhow. Yeah, I actually hope this isn't a high bucket and you don't see it that often. Because it's just, yeah. 2-drop shouldn't do that. It's a mech 2. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Unstable Portal. This card's good, because even if you get something that you can't play on that turn, you'll likely have a big tempo swing at some point, because you'll hit a big minion. And even if you hit, like, let's say a 1-drop, it's like at least you have something to play. So yeah, it's another card where, like, you know, the design it's not ideal for Arena, but I have to say this is a fun card. Like it's good for streaming. Suit Spewer. Meh. A very meh card. Like, the spell damage rarely did much. We do have, what's it called, coming back? Shooting Star, which will be good with this card, but I would say it's a slightly below average card. Echo of Medivh is an interesting one. So, at the time, I think the general feeling was that it was a bad card. Like, it was just too expensive. But it could give you, you know, if you just needed some value, it wasn't bad. So, I think it's an average card. Like, it might still be too slow for this meta. Might be okay with Lackeys. It's still 4 mana. 4 mana is a lot, right? I don't know. We could probably make a command, could we, for when the rotation happens? I feel like a lot of people ask it, so it happens on June 3rd. Like, exclamation point rotation or something. Okay. Oh god. Goblin Blast Mage. Yeah, this one. So there are more mechs now, so it's gonna hit more often than it did back then. And even if you have to tempo it, it's not bad, right? It's a 4 mana 5/4, so really, really strong. Can be game breaking. It's a mech on board. You have to have a mech on the board. Pretty bad. Really bad. Like, I remember this card was one you really didn't want to have to take. And you didn't see much of it, but you didn't want it. You didn't want to take it. Just bad. Flame Leviathan. When you draw this, deal 2 damage to all characters. Bad. It's a War Golem with a randomness that, you know, is not very good. Like, for legendaries, it's not good. Oh god. Oh, just look at these cards on this. I mean, not all of them are insane, but oh boy. Okay. Hey, Master Name, we're doing a little review of the upcoming meta. Good to see you, man. Seal of Light. Let's start with the favorite card. This card's fine. I would say it's a below average card, but a little bit of removal. The health can be okay. It's not good, but not terrible, right? The True Terror, and it will still be really, really good. Yeah, this is the best 2-drop ever printed. I mean, Totem Golem's very good too, but I would say that Minibot's probably the best. Anyhow, very, it needs to be in, like, The super top bucket. Yeah, it's disgusting. Another very disgusting card. So what happens with Coghammer is they play a 3-2. You play your 3-2, then they equip Coghammer. They kill your 3-2 with their weapon, and they have a 3-2 with Divine Shield and 2 more charges of this weapon. Disgusting. Like, really broken. Speaking of broken... yeah. So muster for battle. Yeah. I don't... Like, as we've been going through these cards... I don't, like, we do get the mage card, the, boy, that mage card's gonna be so good. No, I can't think of it, but the 1 mana deal 1 to the 3, shooting star, yeah. That we get back, but there's not a lot of neutral AoE, at least it doesn't feel like. So, I think this card's gonna be really good, you know, obviously it's good, but when we had it come back for, was it Wild Arena? It came back for a bit. It didn't feel as good, but I think there was more neutral AoE at that time. So I think it will... I think this card will be back to being very, very, very strong. Alright. Scarlet Purifier. Battlecry. Deal 2 damage to all minions with Death Rattle. Generally 3 mana 4/3, but I'd say it's a below... maybe an average 3-drop. It doesn't hit much, but... yeah, when it does, it can be good, but from what I remember, it very rarely hit. Oh, I have a golden one. Cool. Bolvar. Whenever a friendly minion dies while this is in your hand, gain +1 attack. Crap, I barely played with this card. I think it was... It's friendly minion. I think it was pretty weak. Because, like, you don't want it in your opening hand. Like, you're not going to keep it. And then when you draw it, it's like... I think it was pretty bad, right? Yeah. Yeah, I remember it being pretty bad. Speaking of bad. So this card, it's bad, but I do remember, like, there will be more mechs now, and if it sticks and you get this Divine Shield in it, then it's, you know, it can be nutty, but on average it's bad. But I think it's better than it was, but still bad. I lost this card a lot. And I don't want to say it's a good card, but I just remember losing to it a lot. Cuz +2/+2 is a lot. Like you're going to have, you can play this and muster, right, on turn 8. It's a below average card that you will often lose to. Yeah, I think it's... I would say the card on, you know, is average to slightly below average, but yeah, on, you know, it requires you to have setup, so it won't always be good. But dude, those cards, look at Paladin. That's fine. I mean, these are legendary or whatever. But this, and this. Those are nasty early game cards. Alright, Priest. Light of the Naru. I remember this being average. Is that fair, chat? Do you remember this one being average? Like, it was 1 mana. Oftentimes you will get a Light Warden out of it. You think it was above average? Maybe slightly above average. It seems like, well, OP with Akanai? Yeah. How does that work, though? Target still damage, summon a Light Warden? Don't even know how that interaction works. I can't remember now. But it's not bad, right? If it dies, it still counts as still damage. Okay, so you always get the Light Warden with Akanai. Okay. Didn't like because you can play it on 1. Yeah, I remember that's what I remember a bit. Like, you're full health and you don't have a target for this, and then you, like, there were times where you couldn't get one out. Yeah. Okay. Shadow Bomber. It's not really what Priest wants to do. Like, generally, you want to have more health, so you will get lethaled by this for sure at some point, but I wouldn't say it's good. I'd say it's below a 1 mana 2/1. GVG had legit aggro priest. Did it? I don't remember. I don't remember now. I mean, you do get like Velens and stuff back, so maybe that'll be a thing again. I love this card. So this card is just, there's so much you can do with it. Oh, we skip Shadowboxer? We'll go back to Shadowboxer. I just got excited. I saw Shrinkmeister. We'll go back to it. So it helps you with combos with like Shadow Word Pain, Cabal Talon Priest, or Cabal Shadow Priest. You can use it to make trades. It enables a lot of things. So it's like very powerful 2-drop, and it's just a 2 mana 3/2 if you have to tempo it. So yeah. Okay, Shadowboxer. Excuse me. It was good. So it's a 2 mana 2/3, good stats. It only really goes off if you have like AoE healing effects, so like Holy Nova, things like that. But it's a good card, right? Wait, they nerfed it? Well, oh, wait, whenever a minion is healed? Wait, it used to be your face. Oh. Wait, when did that happen? Was that in the... When did that happen? I don't even remember that. Oh, when Life still came out. Okay, for wild stuff. Okay, that makes sense. It's worse then. Yeah. I mean, it's okay. It's still okay, but yeah. Okay, that makes sense. It's still above average, but yeah. Yeah, it's a mech. I mean, it's a good card. So Velen's Chosen was like the uber nuts back in the day. I'm just thinking about it now. Like, okay, so you're gonna have Velen's Chosen and extra arms. Boy. It's a lot of buffs. Which one's better? I think extra arms is better, right? Probably. But Velen's is still good. Yeah. Yeah, no, I know it gives spell power, but like that was rarely the point of it. Like the spell damage didn't. It was more just about the buff. Yeah, but they're both very good. You know, it's a premium card. It should be in a high bucket. Do I have a... Okay, I do. Oh. I forgot about this card. 4 health is a lot. And there'll be more mechs. What is this card? I don't remember seeing it that much back in the day, but... It seems good, right? I've never seen this card in my life. It seems good. Not great, but good. That just seems like a good amount of health. How many mechs will we have, though? Like, how many mechs does Priest have? You get this, and you have the neutrals. Think mech synergy will be insane? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Alright, Vol'jin. Battlecry, swap health with another mini. This was really good. I remember using this for removal. Vol'jin was, yeah, it's a legendary, but it was quite good. So Light Bomb is one of those, you know, annoying priest cards, right? Like, right now, the only one we have is Dragonfire. Light Bomb is kind of a similar thing. Less consistent, but can be even more devastating sometimes. So... I'm not sure if that's how you'll be playing Priest, though. Like, right now, will you be doing Control Priest? I almost feel like Smork Priest is going to be more of the plan. You can play around easier Light Bomb? Yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, it's definitely better than Mass Hysteria, of course. Or like Psychic Scream. I hate those cards, but it's still a high tier card, right? But less consistent. Don't think there's enough value for Control Priest? Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't feel that way because dragons aren't really a thing, so. Onto Rogue chat. Look at that art. You can't tell me you don't look at that art and you're just like, oh, I remember. I remember the days of the Auto Barber. This is one of my favorite Hearthstone cards of all time. I really like this card. It was super strong back in the day. I want to say, like, it'll be a little bit weaker now because I don't know. Like, I'm just trying to think about Toxicologist, and when that came out, I thought it was going to be insane, and it didn't feel that good to me. And sure, this is a 3/2 instead of a 2/2, and it has a mech tag, so it's definitely way better than that card. But I wonder if it'll be as good as I remember. Yeah, you get Auto Barber and Buccaneer the same idea. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm never gonna pick it a lot and try it out, but yeah, we'll see. Think it will still be as good? Yeah, I hope so. I like this card. Terrible. Terrible. We don't need to spend too much time on that. It's bad. Won't be as good because of Hogseed. I think Hogseed will be a big, problem for that card. Yep. Bad. There are more mechs now. Mechs now, but even if you get the mechs, it's a 3-mana 3/3 weapon, which would be good, but it's terrible. Like, if it was just a 3-mana 3/3 weapon, that's good. But it's just too situational. So, bad. Bad. Oh, boy. So, Iron Sensei? Oh, God. We have a lot more mechs now. I'm, like, low-key worried about this card. I forgot about this card. Because back in the day, like, you might not have a mech for it, or I don't know, like, you play it, buff one, and they kill your mech, and you would have another whatever, but +2/+2 in that, like, on turn 3, let's say, potentially, is disgusting. So, yeah. It's not as good as Auto Barber, because it's way less consistent, but I think this card will be good. So, yeah, scary. Ooh, Sabotage is back. Destroy a random enemy minion, combo, and your opponent's weapon. This was pretty good. Like, because Rogue tends to isolate boards. Like, you can use your hero power to clean up little shitters. So, this ends up being oftentimes, like, a deadly shot for 4 mana, but that's fine. The combo wasn't bad, but... And my guess is it won't be in a super high bucket, so... It was a good card. Or should be a good card. Tinkers. What do we think about Tinkers? Like, it's a lot of burst, right? So you get +3 attack on your weapon and +3 attack on a minion. So it's 6 damage burst. But is it ever, like... Just thinking about how good it will be. Yeah, because it's not the fastest card, right? You need to be able to combo it. And then, have to have a board for it to be really good. Yeah, it was never insane in Arena. Like, I want to say it was, like, good, but it wasn't, like, the nuts, right? Yeah, it's a finisher. I'm gonna go with it's, like, above average, but not really high tier. And Constructed, Tinker's Rogue was one of the strongest decks for a while. I remember that. Ooh, Ogre Ninja. Ogre Ninja was really good. And I see no reason why it wouldn't still be good. Because you get it down on turn 5, and so you... Like, in theory. And then, even if it attacks the wrong enemy, it's probably going to be okay. It was good, right? I remember it being good. Like, not great, but good. Stats aren't bad on this, actually. It's a 6-mana 5/8. It's a legendary. It's okay, I guess. I can't remember. Like, I don't have enough experience playing with this card, right? Legendary, and God, it was so long ago. OP as hell, really good. Yeah, because I'm looking at the stats, I'm like, that's pretty good. And, you know, affecting your opponent's plays. Yeah. You won't see it much, though. Okay, Shaman. Oh, boy. These are some scary cards on this board. Or on this, in this section. Crackle. This is an annoying card because it can hit for 3 or it can hit for 6. So how the hell do you plan for that like threshold of damage? Like it was, and then when people go for lethal with it, oh god, and they hit 6 to kill you.
It was Krause.
Yeah, it was it's gonna be something though. Hey, thanks so much. Appreciate the 9 months. Welcome back, man. Thank you. Can't wait for the Dread Solve from this. Oh boy. It's good, though. Like, really, like, if we're talking about power level, Crackle's a good card. That's a lot of damage potential for 2 mana. So, yeah, the average is 4.5. That's good. 2 mana, deal 4.5, overload 1, and it can go face. Yeah, I mean, we don't need to talk about this one too much. Right? Okay, it's terrible. Moving on. Oh boy. This yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I hope you can kill it. That's all I have to say about this card. I really hope you can kill it. Because if you can't kill it, you're going to lose. So, and oh my god, you can magnetize it too. Oh god. Oh boy. So it's gonna be scary. Like whenever they play this, it's gonna be scary. Like if it's after turn 5, you're gonna be worried about like Wargear on this thing. 16 damage out of nowhere. Oh god. Oh, Monka, stop. Okay. Yeah, so if you didn't know, this is a super high tier card. Like it's very powerful. I think this is the most snowbally combination of sets it could have done. I'm starting to get worried, man. I'm like, I think it'll be fun, but I don't know if you want to take this arena set that seriously, because it's gonna be, you're gonna be losing to a lot of stuff that is kind of out of your control, I think. All right, Power Mace, 3 mana, 3/2 weapon. Death Rattle, give a random friendly mech +2/+2. From what I remember, it didn't hit all that often on a mech because, like, you play it, like, so let's say you play this on turn 2, right? Then you play this on turn 3, and you can't, like, trigger it instantly, right? So it won't, it won't always get a buff, but there are more mechs now, so, it probably will hit more often, but it's very good. I mean, it's a War Axe in stats with, a pretty strong Death Rattle, right? Yeah, it's great. I mean, hopefully it's bucketed. Blizzard, if you're listening, listen to me. Listen to me. Okay. Ancestress Call. Oh, this is a good time for me to get a little coffee in. What the hell is that? What is that? It's like a -5. Okay. Dune Maul Shaman. Ooh, I remember this card. Wind Fury Overload for 1. 50% chance to attack the wrong enemy. I don't think it was very good. Help me, guys. Do you guys remember? I think this card was pretty mediocre. Like I think it was on the below average, right? Yeah, because the overload really hurts you. Because like you play it on turn 4, and then you can't play a 5-drop the next turn. Always misses and dies. It was okay 50% of the time. Yeah. I swear that card's more like 75% to attack the wrong enemy. Yeah, I don't think it was that good. But if it's in a crap bucket, you'll take it, right? Oh, this is back. Sorry, I mean, I'm not thinking about the card. I'm thinking about the fact that you get this back for the 3/4. What's the name of that card? The Paladin card. What's it called, chat? Murloc Knight. Yeah. So this is one of the high rolls from Murloc Knight. Oh boy, it's not good on its own. It's really bad on its own, but you will. This is one of the ones you'll get from Murloc Knight. Oh, Neptulon's back. I like this card. Yeah, so you get 4 random Murlocs to your hand, overload 3. Dude, the fact that that one card is in the... Like, it's not going to happen much, right? But just the fact that the 4/4 make your Murlocs cost 1 is a thing. Like, you could have someone play this on turn 8 and then play that. Well, not... It'd have to like be turn 10 and then play that and then play a bunch of free Murlocs or whatever. Yeah, Scargo. But it's not going to happen that much. Neptulon was good, though. I remember it being nice refill. On to Warlock. Dark Bomb is great. Very, very good. Woo, so Warlock is going to get Dark Bomb and the 1 mana Spirit Bomb. Interesting. I wonder how the bucket... Like, Dark Bomb's better, I think, right? Because it goes face. In my opinion, it's better. 1 more mana, but I think it's better. But, yeah, like, having both of them means it might not be as important to take either first one, right? Because as long as you get one of them, they do kind of a similar thing. But very good card. Bad. Very bad. Really bad. Yeah. I remember it being... Was this the first lifesteal card ever? It probably was, right? Okay, stop Craigasming in chat. We're not talking about her. We're talking about the stats here, okay? Yeah, I don't think it was that good. It didn't have lifesteal before? Oh, really? They added that? Huh. Interesting. So maybe it's a little bit better. 2 mana, 1/4 lifesteal? Still think it's bad. Fell Cannon. I kind of have a soft spot for this card. Like, I don't know if it's good, but it can do stuff sometimes, right? Hey, no problem, love. No problem, man. It could do stuff sometimes. Where would you rate this card? How many stars out of 5? Like, I want to say like 2.5. Yeah. Yeah, it's just an annoying card for both people, I agree. Yeah. Well, some people are going higher. I don't know. I remember it being awkward. Yeah, we're getting a lot more mechs now for sure. Yep. Oh, God. Oh, this card's still going to be stupid. Yeah. I hate this like the 2 to 4 thing. Like, it's something with Crackle. Like, the difference in the low and high roll. Yeah. So if you play this and high roll the 4, it's so nasty. Like, it's just like, you rarely can come back from it. So it should be, like, the super top bucket. Demon Heart. From what I remember, this card was not seen much, but it was okay. It can't go face, but you can buff a demon. And 5 mana for 5 damage is not good, but it's not a disaster. So I think it's all right. Oh, this card is back. I forgot about this one. Oh, I forgot about this one. What does it say? It's like, yes. Wasn't that what it said? Like, yes. Or something like that. Yeah. Like, if you're low, it can be a little bit slow, but it was... I remember losing to it a lot. Oh yeah, you have Spirit Bomb with this? Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I remember it being pretty good. But it wasn't like always good, right? Because because people try to pressure, people are probably even better now than then at pressuring life totals. So, like, if you play a Warlock, you hit face a lot, right? So I don't know if it will be as great anymore. But, it's still above average, I would say. Alright. What is that? I remember this, actually. At the end of each turn, destroy this minion if it's your only one. It's, like, horrible. Like, it's so bad. Like, because you can't play anything else with it. It was just, like, it was... And you couldn't have anything on, like, No, sorry. That's not what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about the wrong way. At the end of each turn, destroy this minion if it's your only one. Okay, so if you have a big board, then in theory it could be okay, but I remember it being terrible every time, right? Are you guys with me on this one? Terrible every time. I just remember it being awful. Yeah. Yeah, hey Scorpion. I just think this card might be a little slower, too slow now. Oh. So I'm not... Okay, here's my problem with this card. Not the fact that people are going to play it, but the fact that it's going to get generated. By things like Bane of Doom and stuff, right? Like, ugh. When people play Bane of Doom and pull this, it's just... Oh, man, it's such a tilter. Yeah. And that's where you'll see it most often, will be from those effects. Hey, what's up, Manicheese? How you doing, man? Hello. Anyhow. Okay. Moving on. Do Mal'Ganis' voice on? I don't remember it that well. Saruman. You know what? Do you guys think Bane is getting better? It seems like there's more big demons coming back, right? Like, that's a bad one, but this is really good. That's pretty good. I feel like in the other sets, too, we get a lot more big demons, so... Malchezaar's Imp, though, that's true. That's true. Oh, yeah, the 6/8? Yeah, the big 6/8 one. Yeah. Doomguard is gone, that's true. Prince Malchezaar? Yeah, I feel like it will get better. Alright, Warbot. This is a card that will get better in this meta because of magnetic stuff, right? It's got the mech tag. Yeah. It's going to be... I would say it's still trash. I mean, it's at worst, it's a 1-mana 1/3. I wouldn't say it was ever trash, right? It's okay. But, I think it's fine. I wouldn't even say it's good, right? Yeah. Oh, boy. You almost never saw it, but look at this art, man. That guy lost his arm to this bouncing blade, but it already got healed up. Now it's coming for his arm again. Deal 1 damage to a random minion. Repeat until a minion dies. I remember it being bad, though, right? It's like a super awkward defile. With Axe Flinger, yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's good. It's also 3 mana. It's not that cheap. Oh no, this card. Is it Deadly Show? Well, that's the best thing, right? That's like the best case. But you can't have anything on your board either, right? It's awkward. Okay, anyhow, this is a terrible weapon. Like, generally, weapons are good. This weapon is horrible. Like, it's going to have to be in a super crap bucket for you to take it. Like, it's just... Because you equip it and it misses, and yeah. Anyhow, don't do it. And it was even more tilting when people hit the 50 faces and one against you because of it. Yeah, it's bad. Screwjank Clunker, another terrible card from what I remember. 4 mana 2/5, but maybe it's a little better. Like back in the day, it did. I just don't think it hit much, but well, it's probably a little better, but I think it's still below average. Because you play a 2/5, that's pretty eh. Where are we? Siege Engine. I remember this one being like mediocre. Because again, it's it's like an inspire effect, right? That's the most common way you'll gain armor, right? So it's like you don't really want to use your hero power in that way to buff a minion by 1 attack. So it was like eh. Shuffle a mine into your opponent's deck. When drawn, it explodes for 10 damage. I don't think I ever had this kill me. Yeah, it's like the OG Bomb Warrior, yeah. Like, I can't remember ever having that happen. A 6 mana 6/5 is pretty weak. Yeah. Shield Maiden. So, this card, I remember it being surprisingly okay. Do you guys remember the same? Like, it wasn't great, but it was alright. Like, it kind of... The health wasn't irrelevant in Warrior. And it was like, it was okay. Yeah, I can take the hit. I remember that, yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Crush. This was very good. From what I remember. Like, normally it came down for 3 mana. 3 mana, destroy a minion. Should be very good again. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. All right. On to the mechs. Well, on to the neutrals. And that's it. This is the last bit for the review. And it starts off with a piece of junk. Target dummy sucks. All right, Clockwork Gnome. Good. Quite good. Because a 2/1 and then get a spare part. That's good. I'm trying to think if it would be better or worse now. I feel like it'd just be about the same, right? It's just a good card. Cogmaster. This one should get better, right? Because we have more 2-drop mechs now coming back. And, like, back in the day, you didn't get this into a mech all that often, but I think you will have that happen more often now. And that's scary. So, still on average, it's probably an average card, but yeah. Yeah, it's definitely better now. Annoyatron. Annoyatron's good. Quite good. Is Annoyatron better or worse now? It's better because there's magnetic effects. Oh god, yeah, it's a lot better, right? Because War Gear or the Paladin 4-drop. Yeah. Yeah, good. Very, very good. So Explosive Sheep, do I have a gold one? I do. So Explosive Sheep is good in Mage. Every other class, it was pretty weak. Because we won't have Volcanic anymore, so it's a good card. You know, it's one of the... It's kind of like... crap, what's the name of the card? In the Mage 1/1, curse an enemy, and then you shoot it. You guys know. You constructed players know about that card. What's the name of that card? Voodoo Doll. Yes, Voodoo Doll. Like, Voodoo Doll is an auto pick in Mage. Explosive Sheep is an auto pick in Mage too. But in a lot of other classes, it's not very good. Is it Gilblin or Gilblin? Gilblin. I'm gonna go with Gilblin. Whatever. It's good. 2 mana 2/3 with stealth. Very good. Very, 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 very good. Scary. With the number of mechs that are coming and the new mech that's coming out, this card scares me a little bit. It was already like pretty annoying before. And like, because what happens with this card is you play this and then Shredder comes out in turn 3. Or you play this and then Mechanical Yeti comes out in turn 3. It'll probably be an auto pick in Mage. Yeah, exactly, Manila, because that's how they do neutrals. So that's what I mean. You always take in Mage the sheep. Yeah, super good, super strong. Scary, scary, because it's the start of each turn. Gain 1 attack, right? So, yeah, like a lot of times it will die, and it's one of those cards. If you're going second, then it's a lot worse. Like if they get to put something out first, and then you play it, and it's just a 2/2, but it can win games. So, yeah, it's a little bit of a scary card. It does die to Hogsteed though, right? Damn, dude, I'm gonna be taking like every Hogsteed. Just looking at these cards, I don't think I'll be passing Hinch Clan Hogsteed like at all in the next meta. 2 mana 3/2. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, Recombobulator's back. Oh, I love this card. Oh, this card's so fun. Battlecry, transform a friendly minion into a random minion with the same cost. So you can like get a free kill with your minion, and then recombob it. Like it's and you can like Shadow Madness and then transform and you keep it. Yeah, Moat Lurker too. Yep. Yeah. It's for a 2-drop, right? It's really, really good. Okay. Ship's Cannon. But do I have a gold one? No. There's not that many pirates, alright? It's basically a 2 mana 2/3. Yeah. It's fine. Trog. Trog is a little, from what I remember, it was a little bit annoying, but it never really goes off and like wins the game or anything, but it can be slightly annoying sometimes. So it's fine. It's a 2 mana 2/3 with a little bit of upside. Terrible. Yeah, there's magnetic effects, but it's still gonna be terrible. You can't play that on 3. Like, it's a 1/4. For Gnomeregan, for the gnomes. I think that's what this said. Pretty cool voice line. Very bad card. Really, really bad. What the hell is that? Why do you want to charge in a taunt minion? Like, what the hell is that? Okay. All right. Gnomish Experimenter. I 100% know this card will be in the. Let me try again. I 100% know this card will be underbucketed. Because people hate the feeling of losing cards. It's like the same thing with Fel Reaver, Banshee, etc. Like people will, because you get like your shiny minion, it turns into a chick, and you're like, damn it. But it's still not that bad. Like you lost something, but you get a 1/1 to play, and it's not. And if you get a spell, then it's it's really good. So. It is a little bit slow though, right? Like a 3 mana 3/2. Stats aren't that great, so it's below average, but it's not like garbage, right? Okay. Goblin Sapper. 3 mana 2/4 has +4 attack while your opponent has 6 or more cards in hand. So this one almost never, but I say almost never. I do remember it being at 6 attacks sometimes, and it was just like, holy crap, how did this happen? But it's not good. It's a 3 mana 2/4, like 95% of the time. Oh, this one is scary. This one's scary because you get because lackeys are around, right? Yeah. Because +2/+2 is nutty, right? Like a warlock with this, you go like you go evil genius, and then you get 2 lackeys. Didn't they make it super rare this card? I mean, this card, it's epic, so it used to be really rare. Yeah. Yeah, just one activation and it's really strong. Yep. Yep. Bad. Yeah, we don't need to spend too much time on that. So it's a 3-mana 2/4. 95% of the time. Also bad. You need to hit one minion for it to be okay, right? And yeah, it's a below average card. All right, Ogre Brute returns. We're talking about this one a little bit. Ogre Brute's good. From what I remember, it was quite good. It's better in the early game than the late game, because in the late game, if it hits the wrong thing, it can be kind of rough. But very good. Do I want this to be under-bucketed? No, why would I want this to be under-bucketed? I want it to be fairly bucketed. How far into the review are we? We're almost done. We're pretty close to the end. The original Spider Tank. 3-mana 3/4 with a mech tag. Good. Right? Just good. And the mech tag means more now than it used to. So, it's good. Do I have a Golden Tinkertown? I do. From what I remember, this card didn't trigger that often. But it will probably trigger more often now. And if it does trigger, you get a 4/4 and a spare part, which is really good. So I think it's a card that is better. How much better? It's still not like a premium card, but I'd say it's good. Yeah. I'd say it's good. Below average. Below average. You know, sometimes you were forced to take it, but below average card. The Burly, I remember being pretty annoying. Like, but 3/5s are probably better then, right? What do you guys think this card is? Like, how good is this card going to be now? I don't know. The 3/5 stat line, it seems like it's gotten a bit worse because there are more 5/4s around now. Not very fine. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's good, like, mediocre. Prefer a 3/5 or 4/4? Me too. But still, I don't like either of them that much. Yeah, Soldier Food. It's true. Yeah, Soldier will still be around. It wasn't good back in the day, but it like yeah. If you have a big board, it could be kind of a finisher, right? There's a lot of randomness to it. Did you say it wasn't good? This card wasn't that good on average. Like, because, okay, you need to hit... the best one on here is Divine Shield, right? Like, if you hit Taunt, it could kind of do nothing. So, one, you need a big board for it to be good. And two, you need to high roll what you hit. So, I don't know. I don't think it was that good. Jeeves. This card was pretty bad on average, but if you're playing an aggro deck, you can make it work. Like there's only very specific scenarios where this card's good. So on average, it's not good. I hate design like this. You know, most of the time it's terrible, but like if you use it and take a mirror entity or something, it's just so dumb. Anyhow, on average, it's bad, though, right? Lost Tall Strider, it's fine. It's a 4-mana 5/4. Probably a little below average, but it's fine. Mechanical Yeti, quite good. So I'd rate this card very, it's basically like a Yeti, because you both people get a spare part. There is more randomness to it, but yeah. Well, actually, with the mech tag, it's probably higher than a Yeti now. Yeah, yeah. The mech tag didn't mean as much back then, so it's better than a Yeti. It curves into war gear too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's better. It's very good. Mini Mage is generally terrible. Piloted Shredder. Oh, so will Shredder be the best 4-drop again? Like it's probably up there with like Water Elemental, the Hunter 4-drop, um, the Shaman 4-drop, like the 3/6. It's definitely up there, right? Yeah, yeah. Super premium. Yeah. It's. I mean, you don't need to talk about too much. It's just a great card, and the RNG of the 2-drop can matter a lot. Yeah, you can get a totem golem from there. Yep. Okay. Unique Healbot. Or unique antique Healbot. This card is good in certain decks. Like in Warlock, I definitely got a bump. I remember that. It is a lot of healing, but it's not universally good. It just really depends on your deck. Blingtron. So Blingtron, not a good card, but a really fun card. I used to play this in Constructed with when I played Mech Mage. It was good times. But yeah, you won't see it that much. Ooh, Bomb Lobber is back. Should still be great. All right, deal 4 and summon a 3-drop or summon a 3/3. Should still be very good. I remember liking it a lot. Fel Reaver. Premium, right? Not super premium, but... And, a little deck dependent, but generally the discard didn't matter too much. And it's a 5-mana 8/8. So... And they'll probably put it in a bad bucket because, people hate the feeling of this card. But, yeah, it's good. And the mech tag, you can, like, magnetize it again, right? Ray of Frost is scary. Yeah, I mean, that's true. That's a card that's really bad against it. But that's only one card in one class, right? Like, against a mage, Fel Reaver is a little bit worse. Because you have things like Frostbolt, Ray of Frost. But on average, it's quite good. I don't think there were that many beasts. Yeah, probably not that good. Junkbot. Whenever a friendly mech dies, game +2/+2. It was terrible back in the day. Like, horrible. Probably still be pretty bad. More mechs, but not enough to make this card good. It's a 1/5 when you play it. Like, that's just, yeah. Do I have a golden one of that? Nope. Matter Bomber. I don't really like this card. It almost rewards getting behind a bit. Because six bombs is a lot. And yeah, the RNG on that can be very game deciding. But it's good. I mean, it's a comeback card. So I like it's above average, I would say. I'm going to start the review. Will EMP Operator be pickable with so many mechs? I still don't think so. Because a lot of the mechs are like cheap. So even if you hit it on it, it's not all that good. So I still think it's too expensive. Someone will do it. So I think we were talking about this the other day. This counts as one of the 3 mechs. So you just need 2 more mechs. What is Voltron again, chat? What's Voltron? Yeah, that's true. This is good against like Scribe. Could be, yeah. $4/8 Mega Wind Fury? Okay. Yeah. It has charge, too? Whoa. Okay. I mean, it's not gonna happen much, but it'll be untrolled. Get back, you salty dog. I think that's what it says. Not good, but it does have 7 attack. Bad, but not, you know, like, in certain decks it can be kind of somewhat okay, but it's bad. It's a 4 health 5 drop, and it's not good. Gazlowe. Whenever you cast a 1-cost spell, add a random mech to your hand. Pretty bad. 1-cost spell specific. No. Mogar the Ogre. All minions have a 50% chance to attack the wrong enemy. Once again, another legendary. It's kind of a meme card. It's not good. It's not, but, you know. The stats are actually okay on it, but that... I don't know. I don't like that amount of... I don't like that amount of randomness. I'll pass on that one. Oops. Piloted Sky Golem. Very good. Not as good... I'm trying to remember. This is not as good as Shredder, right? But still very good. So I'm thinking about it compared to Scribe. Is this better or worse than Scribe? Would I rather a 4/1? It depends on the class, I think, a little bit. Because, like, the Scribe is better if you have buffs and stuff, right? Yeah. Yeah, it does have the mech tag, it's true. But it's very good, right? It's very good. I don't have Tosh. Oh, I do have Golden Toshly. This card is solid. 6 mana, 5/7. Battlecry and Death Rattle spare part to your hand. Like a 5/7 stat line isn't bad. Get 2 spare parts out of it. Fine card. Dr. Boom. This used to be like the uber mega nuts. Like this was my opponent played a Dr. Boom on curve, wah, rage card. Is it still that insane? Guys, in Arena, will Dr. Boom still be super insane? I think it will still be very good in Arena. Alright. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe not quite the level it was at the time. It really felt like your opponent played this and you're just gonna lost, but yeah. Foe Reaper. Foe Reaper was okay. Like the 6 attack was a little bit low, but if they don't have an answer for it, I'd say Foe Reaper is good, because if they don't have an answer for it, it can be, you know, it can be really powerful. And it has the mech tag. Oh god. I skipped one? What did I skip? Oh, Trog. Okay, we'll come back to Trog. Okay, we'll come back to Trog. Don't worry. Don't worry. But good, right? Trog Zora the Earthinator. Yeah, you know, if you don't have the minions to kill it, it's really annoying, right? Because you can't kill it with spells. But from what I remember, it wasn't that great, right? Like it... Because you need to be ahead, otherwise you just kill it with minions, so... Yeah. Force Tank Max. So it doesn't die to Fist, which I guess is something. It's relevant. This card's okay, but it's probably a little slow right now, right? Because you play an 8-drop without Taunt and then die a lot of the time. It just seems like a thing that if you just need late game. Yeah, back in the day, it was one of the better high-cost minions. It's true. It's true. Sneeds. Sneeds is good. It's a little slow, but it's a lot of value in the card. And finally, we have 2 more. Mechaneer Thermoplug. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's again legendaries. It's it's fine. you don't really want to put much time into thinking about these ones. It's okay. Yeah, when Leopardon was a 2-1, now that it's a 1-1, it's a bit worse. And Clockwork Giant, pretty much unplayable. Like, you almost never were able to play this, from what I remember. It would just sit in your hand if you drafted it, and you couldn't do anything about it. Yep. All right. So that's it. Okay, so after all of the cards, I'm trying to think about what I think will be the best classes. I think Mage and Rogue are going to be really good. Like, maybe like Mage, then Rogue, then Priest. Because Mage gets a lot of good cards back and already has Conjurer's Calling. Maybe, actually, you know, I forgot about Paladin, too. Yeah, Paladin's probably... Maybe it's Mage, Paladin, Rogue? Like, the way I see it is Mage, Paladin, Rogue, and Priest are probably the 4 best, right? Probably. And the order for those, I'm not entirely sure about, but... What do you guys think is the order? Hunter? You think Hunter's going to be good? I don't know. Normally when things are really fast... I mean, Hunter got good cards from Rise of Shadows, so... Pretty sure that Mage and Rogue will be number 1, number 2. Not sure about the order. But again, I guess it comes back to do they adjust it, right? Like, do they take off the micro-adjust from Rogue that they did? Because if they don't, then I don't, you know, all bets are kind of off. Like, we don't know how they're going to handle it. So, yeah. We'll see. Warrior's going to be terrible, I think. Shaman could be a little scary if you get the right cards, but on average, I don't think it'll be that good.